Welcome back to the weekly comic book wrap up. Hanging out with me is my good friends over from Comics Elite, Kyle and Drew. And we are doing it here on my channel this week over here on MVP Maxfield Von Priestley. But if you guys don't know, you can go over to their channel and we go back and forth every other week, whether it's Comics Elite or here on my channel. But welcome back, guys. I don't even know how long we've been doing it at this point. It just feels like this is like the Friday night thing to do. But I'm glad to have you guys here. How has the week been? Did you guys read anything good? Read anything bad? Any news to report?
I think we're gonna have a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Good, bad, and different. Yeah, it's kind of all there.
Yeah, okay. Stuff that were issues that were built up as these 700th, 800th issues that turned out to be nothing. And I showed Kyle, like, if we get the chance to get to it, if by chance we get to talk about Fantastic Four, that 800th issue, the issue, I mean, it's not bad. It is just boring. And I was just going to correlate that to Fantastic Four 236 by John Byrne, which was the 20th anniversary issue, which is a triple-sized issue. And you read that, it is amazing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Huh.
If we get to it.
Yeah. And if we get there, we'll for sure pull it up because I have 3 books right now that I'm going to have us look at and see how you guys feel about them. And yeah, if we have time, obviously we'll check it out. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and say hi to Harley Dave, the man himself. What's up, Harley? Good to see you, man. Legion of Comics, what's going on, brother? Great to see you here. Duck Bacon, hail MVP, and hail to the chat. Mr. Negative, what's going on? We got Woad Warrior in the house. Let's go. Is this... No, Mr. Negative, are you talking about like the culture? Because I am Celtic, so this is sports ball. That's one of those. Okay, is this the kind of long triangular diamond one with
maybe is it foosball? Is it the foosball?
It's a foosball.
I think
that's a foosball. So is the Celtics? That's the foosball one, right?
Yeah, he operates. He guards the goal, and and then the other one spin it real fast.
Yeah.
You guys are the sports fans, so I'm glad that I have you guys here to kind of help me with. Because I don't know. Sports ball to me is
basketball. Basketball. Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Red Auerbach.
Oh.
Yeah. Celtics.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the black and white one. I know that one. Yeah,
close.
It's got all the hexagons on. It's close. It's it's a ball. It's a shape. Yeah, round. We also got MG Virtue Comics and Mark McGrath. What's going on, dude? Who's down with MVP? You know me. And according to our good friend Josh McDonald, we may try and get a clip. I don't know who's going to do it though. Of us doing a rendition of the song as like a clip whenever we see Mark McGrath come in here. But we just Josh needs to sing it, and I don't think because I sure as hell I'm not going to sing it. But
I'm sure if we meet him in Dallas, we get enough alcohol in him, we'll do it, and I'll just one of us will have our phone and set to record. Like, oh, hey, how about that?
Now we're talking. I personally endorse all Celtic activities. I agree.
3.
I mean,
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. It's all Celtic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Season of the Witch. Isn't that the one that went off the rails though? And like
the masks.
Yeah.
He's not even Jason or Jason. Michael Myers isn't even in it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the evil Irishman in California.
That's right. Yeah. You're evil. Those evil Irishmen in California. Gosh dang.
Over Shamrock.
Yeah. Colonel Cochran. Yeah.
So before we get into some news and to some comics, do you guys have anything for show and tell? Do we have anything that you'd like to show off? Yeah. Anything you got this week you've been finding over the past few weeks as you move?
Yeah, I did purchase something. I don't know if you've seen this. recently. This was a book that has eluded me for a while. And,
this isn't one that you completely sold it and bought it again?
Shockingly, no.
Okay.
Not yet, anyway. This is the first one. Hopefully I don't sell it. But I actually picked up a copy.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, I have my sources. Hall of Heroes number 0.
Ooh.
Salamandroid.
Wow.
Salamandroid. There it is.
I've been looking for one of these for a long time.
Yeah, if you're not familiar, that's not a cheap issue.
It is not a cheap book.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that is 92.
I think 94.
Yeah,
94.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, hard to find, and also, the origins, right, or like the pretty much one of the first issues that Ethan Van Sciver was doing for Cyberfrog and Salamandroid. So
correct. So now I have the first Cyberfrog and first Salamandroid.
Ooh, okay, all right. Are you building up a kind of collection of EVS stuff? Because that's pretty rad, man. That's a book that you do not see in the wild. No,
at
least I've never seen it before.
Ernie came across one and he bought it immediately.
Ernie runs a brick and mortar store. He beat me to it. He saw it in his stack, and he's like, "Mine!" Like, son of a bitch.
I've never seen one at any cons ever.
No.
I've seen some Cyberfrog number 1s.
Anytime I see one of those at a show, I buy it, and that's what I did in Indiana at a show. $100 sold.
Yeah, and then Cyberfrog number 4, the Jay Lee cover.
Oh yeah,
that one I have 2 of.
Okay.
I got the Dan Fraga one, the Kurt Cobain the shotgun blasted head one.
Yeah, that one
he did.
Oh wow!
I had to buy that in England. I had to go to England to get that.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I got some fun stuff here for him.
That's like random, but that's like a lot of Warhammer comics because Warhammer didn't really hit the US until kind of like the 90s, maybe later 90s, but they were publishing books in the late 80s, like comics and magazines and stuff. They were publishing them, to the UK, and it was much bigger there. So anytime I go on eBay and I find like a Warhammer comic or a magazine that I want, it's always shipping from the UK, and it's like just as much as the book for shipping. But that's cool, man. Thank you for showing us your Salamandroid. That's a cool find for sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think the reason why you guys can say if this sounds like conspiratorial or if it sounds dumb, but I wonder if the reason why we don't see a lot of Salamandroid stuff or Cyberfrog is because people associate that with now alt-right bigots and white supremacy, and so we're just going to throw it out and sell it to
honestly, that could be. I like to err on the side that the print runs were so low that they're God knows where at this point.
That's kind of how I feel too. I don't think people would be going out of their way if they did find one of these to actually know what it is.
And I think some sellers do know now. They are aware now. At conventions, I do know they are aware. Like the value of these books, they will bump them up $50, $100, $200. They know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you think about like going to conventions and stuff, whenever I see that there's an artist that I don't know about or that I want some of his like books or collection that I don't have, I'll go out and buy them specifically to get them signed at that con. So I feel like people might try and do that when it's EVS to go, oh, what's in his back catalog? Cyberfrog and Salamandroid and of course all the Green Lantern stuff. But
I've got a short box of Ethan Van Sciver books. The whole last year or so I went out to
nice.
So you'll up somewhere when they do their Comicsgate convention. It's like I'm going and I want them to sign all this stuff.
I wonder if that would ever happen. Like a Comicsgate convention.
It sounded like at a point there it was going to happen down in Tampa. I don't know.
He keeps talking about it. I think he's just one of those guys that everything sounds good in the moment and then you forget about it. A year later, it's like, never mind. It's like you gotta catch him at the right moment for him to be like, yeah, let's do it. If he sits on it too long, he's like, nah, fuck it.
Well, I mean, I even remember it was a small convention here in Southern California. I went with Aaron, and Aaron Lepresti was signing, had a whole table and everything. And he was right next to like Marv Wolfman and who else was there?
That's right next to Marv Wolfman.
Yeah, I was like, well, so it was really cool to see that. But like I said, there were only a few creators there though. They were actually doing signings and stuff like that. But it made me wonder when Aaron first announced that he was going to be signing there. I was like, is this going to are people going to riot? Is it going to be weird? Are people not going to like it? Are there going to be fans there? And like none of that happened. Like he had tons of fans there. No one was weirded out by it. People weren't protesting or anything. And this is Southern California we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm wondering.
Yeah.
What is it?
Not like it's New York. Not like it's New York Comic Con or something.
Right. But even still, I mean, like I feel like if they were to do a CG, quote unquote CG convention, I think it'd do really well.
It'd be huge.
Yeah, I kind of err on the thought of, of course there would be people protesting, but like we could like they would get security for the event, of course. Because there are a lot of people that hate those guys and want to physically, do something about it. But for the most part, I think you would have more fans than detractors there, which is at least from what I've seen. But Drew, you have something as well, right?
Yeah, I got this today because I'm a fan of cartoonist kayfabe, and sometimes they'll pull up stuff and go through it. And I'd seen this book, but I kind of avoided it because, like, look, I love and respect Jack Kirby's work, but I'm not the biggest Jack Kirby fan, you know.
Yeah.
But this Black Panther Penguin Classics was released, and it's got more than Jack Kirby. It's got the jungle action stories in here too, by Billy Graham, Klaus Janson on inks.
Oh wow!
Yeah, some of these pages are just beautiful. Just yeah.
The colors on that thing are great too. That's gorgeous.
Yeah. Tom Palmer, I think he did some of the colors on here. Yeah, just these pages are just beautiful. And lurking in paradise. I love the lettering in here, just how they kind of blended into the pages.
Yeah. Dang, look at that, man. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I do recommend checking this out because this is absolutely beautiful. I think cover price is $50, but I do know for a fact Amazon was marking these down like half price. Like they're like $20, $25.
Cover price was $50?
Yes, cover price is $50, but Amazon is selling them for $25.
That seems criminally low.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when it came out too.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean was like, yeah, these are gonna be so much money. I'm like, dude,
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon's already cut you off at the knees for selling those.
Yeah,
man.
you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, because it looks very similar to the format that I have for my Captain America book, but it's published. Huh?
Is it blue?
It's the Folio Society one. So it's right there, somewhere in there.
They've made an Amazing Spider-Man with the Ditko and Stan Lee stuff. This one, and they made a Captain America one as well. So like Spider-Man is red, Captain America's blue, Black Panther is black.
Gotcha. Okay. Black Panther has a white cover. No, that's beautiful, man. One thing that I noticed in that book as you were kind of showing it is like just how this is gonna sound ironic, but how diverse like the settings were. Like it didn't feel like I feel like every time we open up a modern book, it's like we're in New York or we're in a coffee shop eating or something. Like it always feels very just kind of modern real world type settings. But in that like Black Panther book, I was like, whoa, these are very fantastical. Like these are not of this world type of cool.
Yeah, we're in the jungle. We're fighting dinosaurs, and hey, these were created by. This is pretty much all white guys working on this.
Yeah.
Even when he fights a certain group of people that hate a certain other group of people in here, it's like it's still very interesting, and it's not so over the top ridiculous. It's just like, oh no, this is actually a really good story, and why he's choosing to fight them the way he is, and it's. I was just like, there was respect for the character and the stories, and there was a point to everything. It wasn't just, hey, let's just go after racist bigots because why not? That's what Twitter says we have to do.
Go after all
right.
Nazis.
It's like, I don't know. I really appreciated it.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That sounds rad. We got Jacob Ironside in the house already utilizing the Gideon emoji. Hail to you, brother. And I'm looking at it. So StreamYards doesn't show it, but I can see it on my screen over here. And the looks pretty freaking rad. I never thought I would see my cat's face used as an emoji, but here we are. So yeah, so if you guys are
congratulations.
Yeah, no, right. You've made it, right?
You made it.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you guys are members, you can utilize the new emojis. You have Gideon's face, you have Silk actually America flag silkies. You have the MVP emoji, you have my dumb face, and then you have a box of Crayola crayons. So if you guys want to use any of those throughout the stream, those are your new emojis for our fantastic members. But sweet. Jay says, "Hey, all! I got the Amazing Spider-Man Penguin Classics Edition. It's a great book. Is that the one that you guys were talking about?"
Yep, it's a red one. It's amazing. Yeah, Steve Ditko's work. It's terrific. Yeah.
Hell yeah, nice. I need to look at some of those, especially if they're $25 on Amazon. Dude, you pay for a freaking omnibus and it's $125 retail. If you guys want, check out Organic Price Books, and they have them marked for $80, free shipping.
Ooh.
So yeah, like you can't. I actually bought my Wolverine statue from Organic Price Books as well, and you're not going to find better deals from them or from anywhere else. They got some great deals over there.
Run them up right now.
There you go. Yeah, they're awesome. So I love their stuff.
Yep.
And we have Jaina. Hey, Jaina, great to see you, and thank you for being here. So, some minor news came out this week. Nothing too crazy. Killing Miss Marvel isn't shocking. It's just lazy. I'm surprised.
Ding, ding, ding.
Now, I'm surprised that this article title even made it past editorial.
I'm very shocked too. Yeah.
Right. Normally, I've only read a couple articles from Den of Geek. Most of the time, I enjoy what I read, but most mainstream media outlets are garbage. I think we can all agree there.
Yes.
So the fact that this one was
the one thing I disagree with, where it says everyone's angry in the subtitle, I'm like, no.
Everyone is a very strong word to use. Everyone.
Only meal and absolutes.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I'm very surprised that this got published. But we need articles like this because it can't all be sunshine and rainbows and farting out unicorns. And
the Lego song. Not everything's not the Lego song. It's
exactly.
Awesome.
So I just thought I could read through some of this real quick, and then we could talk about the death itself.
Yeah. Everyone, this comic isn't even out yet. This comic does not come out until the end of the month.
Yeah, and that's what I was looking at League of Comic Geeks the other night, and I was like checking to see what my poll was going to be for next week, and I'm like, "Where's the Spider-Man comic?" Didn't see it, and then I go to the next week, and I'm like, "Oh, it's there!" So it's not even. It's 2 weeks out from. People were saying, "Oh, it's coming out this Wednesday." Other people were saying it's next Wednesday. No, you y'all are waiting 2 weeks for this freaking book.
So it's fun. I told Kyle, Sean, we have our Whatnot studio at the warehouse, and Sean works downstairs. I guess Sean, he saw the article about this. He goes upstairs, talk to Zaxx. He's like, "Where's A726? Where is it? Where are they at?" Zaxx's like, "It's not even out yet."
Yeah.
It's like, "What are you talking about? It's already all over the news. Everyone's reading it." He's like, "No, someone leaked the pages. It's not out yet." So Sean thought it was already out, but yeah.
Because like sometimes even you guys as retailers will get books on Sunday, you know, for Wednesday
today.
release.
Or today.
Yeah, that's true actually. But we're talking a whole ass, like retailers get books like maybe 4 to 5 days before they're released on Tuesday night or Wednesday or whatnot. But yeah, we're talking a whole 2 weeks here. So someone at publishing, I think, released those pictures. Does that track?
Yeah, it has to be someone at the publisher, the printer, at Penguin Random House. It's one of those three. One of those three leaked those pages.
I wonder if we have an insider who's on our side leaking this information.
There is that option, or two, Kyle, you brought up that you brought up dinner.
Yeah.
Someone leaked this via Marvel to drum up some publicity for it.
We're talking about it.
Yeah. So we kind of have a Black Adam situation going on here.
Right.
Where they're saying Henry Cavill's going to be in this movie. You got to come see it. And then he's in it for like the last 5. No, he's not. He's in the credit scene, post-credit scene. So you had to sit through 2 hours of nonsense to get to 5 seconds of Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Or this kind of reeks like at the Supreme Court when Roe v. Wade was being possibly overturned, was going to be overturned, and they had that staffer leak it. This kind of feels like I'm doing the Lord's work here by leaking this to everybody, so you can see. You should be shocked and outraged. It's an outrage that she's dead. It's like everyone's going to be on our side, right? Everyone cares, right? It's like, oh no, one really gives a shit. Never mind.
That is a good, and that might actually be the option that's maybe the most accurate, because someone obviously took those pictures particularly to release them, and then and so now I'm wondering if it was because they were trying to be like, I can't wait to see how many people show up to back Miss Marvel and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're going to kill her. But when in all actuality, the reaction was, okay.
Yeah. Maybe like 5, 6 jackasses on Twitter who were upset, like, you're killing someone during Asian American Pacific Islanders Month. How dare you? Yeah, it's like, it's not Pride Month too? It's like, did you guys forget about Pride Month? Okay, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I guess I see where your loyalties lie. Yep. But I couldn't care less. Couldn't.
And it's kind of it's like both. I couldn't care less, and also, you know, like you kind of laugh at it, I guess.
Yeah, I was laughing when I read the article. And it's just like, in Spider-Man? What the hell?
Why? Yeah. Who cares?
It just and I think the article title sums it up pretty well. Is it's just lazy. Like, it just seems lazy. It feels lazy.
It's Kramer at H&H Bagels doing the steam. He's like, how do you like your bagels now? It's like, nobody really cares.
And like,
it's just a little steamy.
It's just gonna be a little steamy. That's great. Well, we have Mr. Negative saying, I'm just mad because it's an awful story move. So weird they hyped this as the biggest Spider-Man issue in 50 years, right?
Yes, they did. I mean, C.B. Cebulski, he was like that guy at the bar, hitting on the babe, like with Sean, like, you're going to want to get on this. It's the biggest story since Gwen Stacy. I'm telling you, you're going to want to get in on this. Come on.
This was also, as a reminder to those who don't know, this is also what's his name? Zeb Wells said that he would not want to go to a couple of conventions after this because people were going to be so mad at him. And I was like,
oh, you bitch.
What?
Story sucks. It's not because of this.
It's not like you. It's not like you did a bait and switch on Batman's wedding, which really did piss me off. But this is like, who gives a shit? I mean, I've never. So Max, I go to a lot of conventions. Kyle, I go to a lot of conventions. Yeah. You know how many people I've seen cosplay as Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel? Yeah, big old goose egg.
Big old fat goose egg.
Never. Ever.
Like, get over yourself. Like, really? Wait, so are we led to believe this death is what causes everyone to be pissed at him?
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Not that it's a bad storyline, but because he killed Kamala Khan.
And that's why Mary Jane and Aunt May and everyone's mad at him?
And the Fantastic Four.
And the Fantastic Four? Because of this?
I thought, and what happened to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, is this
kind of Pennsylvania?
Yeah, like, does he crash a plane onto her or something? Like, what happened? Like, because there's a crater in the earth, right?
Yeah.
Like, is this?
Yeah, and how? Like, she hasn't been in ASM.
No,
at all.
No.
Not at all. Not even mentioned.
Not even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Run. I think she hasn't been in a single issue, and it's like. It would have made more sense if this were like in a Captain Marvel issue, which that series is ready to come to an end. Why not bump her off in that final issue? That would have made more sense than a Captain Marvel book.
Yeah.
It's and this what you're showing here, Fallen Friend. It's like I told Kyle we're probably going to get a bunch of shitty anecdotal stories about how she impacted everyone in the Marvel universe and how, oh my gosh, she made me rethink my life, made me rethink this. She's so amazing. There's a whole lot of fluffing going on here. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's something else, and we kind of we briefly spoke about this in our group chat. Just like when we first heard about it, my thought was like, okay, so the character that they've been pushing since like probably all Marvel, or what was it? All new, all better Marvel.
All new, all different.
Yeah, like back in 20.
Yeah, all new, all different.
All new, all different.
All new, all different. Thank you. Yeah. See, it shows you guys how much I remember that whole era of Marvel. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
They've been pushing her in every single team up book, every single solo character book, in her own series. They have been trying to push this character on people so heavily.
And
now,
the base switching to video games. Can't forget that, the Avengers game.
Ooh, yeah. What up, gay boy? Sorry.
What's up, man?
Just I saw that, so I had to say hi. Josh,
hi.
Hey there. So I will say I'm a little upset that you got rid of your fedora photo, but that's just me. But yeah, no, it's this seems, I don't know if it's pandering or if it's just, I think it's a little bit of both, like lazy and pandering.
Yes, absolutely. It's building up, like you said, it's building up something that isn't there. It's like it's mind blowing, but I guarantee you, every store, whatever, they're going to be doing their own variants for this. We're going to see a plethora of Campbell, Alex Ross, Peach Momoko, Scotty Young, all these variants for this. We're going to probably see a Death to Superman homage cover for this.
Oh my lord!
For a hijab or something.
Who would be holding her in, like, Spider-Man holding her in?
Yeah.
I also found it funny that, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Dan Slott had posted something on Twitter basically saying, like,
oh god,
hey, for all you, jackweeds out there who are like, who are saying that, or who are spoiling things for other people, you guys aren't the good guys. People want to enjoy things. And then hours later, Marvel put out this photo of this, like, oh yeah, she's dead. So I was like, how do you not know what's going on in the company you work for? Well, actually, I can't say that because there was a lot of things in the Marine Corps I didn't know was going on because they don't tell us. But
what is Dan Slott really doing outside of that Spider-Man book that's not even in continuity, whatever?
Yeah,
that's always
allowed to do.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, just stay in your little corner. Don't talk to anyone.
Yeah. It was pretty funny. I did kind of get a little bit of a laugh from that, though. So
I would have too. Yeah.
Floydian Freak says everyone is distracted. People stop talking about the whole Peter MJ mess of a story.
Yeah, it's like we forget that she turned into Thunder Guns, in the post-apocalyptic world, and
they turned into the Terminator.
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
they're kind of doing this like, okay, deflect.
Yeah.
We know the story's bad. Put it something else. It's very Rise of Skywalker-esque, where it's just like, here's a scene and here's a scene, and you can't think about this too much. Just go into the next thing, and it's just like, oh boy.
Hey, Kamala Khan dies.
Oh, by the way,
Care.
Mr. Negative says, nah, she's been in it, but in a very minor role, and it always seemed random. She worked for Oscorp.
Yeah, she worked in Oscorp because I remember reading those 2 terrible dark web tie-ins. I think we did show those, like the one where like the building came to life or whatever, and like it was
the pronouns of the building,
the
mosque.
Yeah,
it was a holy war with buildings. Oh, you don't know the building's pronouns.
Yeah, now Max remembers. Yeah, there we
go. Excuse me? What gives you the right to assume my pronouns, says the giant mosque crawling over New York City? Yeah.
Crawling on a church or something. It's like, wow.
How are people not dead inside this building?
Yeah. You're about as subtle as a gun. Thank you.
So this is really at the heart and core of what this next comment is what personally I started to like. The second I heard about this death, this is what I started thinking. It's just to hype up when she comes back in 3 months in the classified, quote unquote, title in August, I think.
Yeah, it's probably right. I mean, I was going to say, like, if she is dead beyond Columbus Day, I will be shocked. Because she's got the movie coming out, and we know she's a mutant in the movie universe. She's the first mutant. She's the first starting a brave mutant. So the trans mosque. I can just see her being brought back on Krakoa, and she's a mutant now. Like in the movies. Isn't that great? Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, I want to try and see if I can bring up that text from a friend of ours. I won't say who it's from because I don't know if he's cool with us saying it or if he wants credit for it or not.
I guarantee you he is probably about 90+% right.
And this was accurate as I mean it was scary.
This is oddly specific.
Yes, like scary how accurate it was. Because essentially I was saying, so you're telling me Marvel has the wherewithal or wherewithout. Like they are clueless when it comes to this stuff. But even if they're not going to make good stories, they should at least make their comic books marketing for their movies as a good business decision, I would think. So even if they can't do good stories, you would think that the marketing department from Disney would envelop comic books and just go, all right, comics are now just pretty much going to be pamphlets for the movies.
Yeah, be more synergistic.
Right. And yet they're killing Miss Marvel, who is supposed to have her first debut in a feature film, The Marvels, this November, I think we said.
Yeah. Yep.
So my big question was, okay, so they've done this multiple times now, where every time, like, I'm trying to think of, they, come out with Captain America, Winter Soldier, but guess who's Captain America? Falcon. In the comics, at least. They come out with Black Adam, but guess who Hawkman is in the comics? There's not a Hawkman comic. They don't even have one for kids to read, even though that was one of the coolest characters in the Black Adam films.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like this would continue to happen. So I was wondering, okay, so how are they going to do this? People are going to see Miss Marvel on the screen, and kids are going to go, I like her a lot. I want to read a comic book for her. And then they're going to go to their comic shop and be like, "Oh, that bitch is dead." You know what I mean? Like, so
I guarantee you that classified that's probably the new number one. They're relaunching. Guarantee you. Probably
and this is
Wells. Who knows?
Right, right.
And I guarantee it's all that just to get her and lined up with the movie because she's a mutant now in the film, so they want to make her a mutant in the comics. Mutant number one time for the movie. Hey, you can buy the new pamphlet in time for the film. There you go.
And that's kind of where this comment comes into play because one of our good friends, just nailed it. And I'm suspicious that he might be an insider for Marvel or something.
He might be.
It might be.
So we're all talking about it, and he chimes in. He or she, I don't know who they chime in, and they say, Kamala will be resurrected on Krakoa, revealing her to be a mutant. She will have a new #1 by Alyssa Wong as an apology for killing her during AAPI month and when the movie gets pinched off into theaters. That's suspiciously spot on.
Yes, that's very specific.
It's almost like you wrote it.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, it sounds like she, they are the like promoters for this new book. But yeah, no, it tracks because I think in the Kamala Khan show, when she shows up, they play the da-na-na-na-na-na
Yes.
in the background.
What?
And so
yeah.
so everyone started going like, "Oh my God,
is a mutant, Kyle?" Yeah.
I thought it was a dropped line. I know they played the music.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh God.
X-Men. Yeah.
It wasn't like done with a sitar or whatever other bullshit.
No, I don't think they had a flute and a little cobra.
Yeah, they
coming out of the
out.
thing. Yeah.
I would have bought that at least. That's at least funny.
They did that in one James Bond movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Octopussy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So yeah, I wonder if they are going to go the mutant route with her to introduce the X-Men, because if they do the Krakoa thing, you bet your ass they'll do the fucking Krakoa thing in the MCU, which is the worst era of X-Men
That is a
ever.
whole can of worms that I hope they do not even touch. I just no.
Exactly.
No stakes.
Yeah, very much. Absolutely, no stakes. Yeah, when you said Krakoa, yeah.
Everyone is happy and peaceful, and Sabretooth lives right next to the X-Men because they just get along on Krakoa, guys.
It's Sodom and Gomorrah. It is Sodom and Gomorrah on an island.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they're the heroes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're the ones raping the angels. Yes.
Oh God. Yeah, they are the ones who kind of like they created their own Krakoa thing, and they look down on the humans.
Yeah, they do. And,
pathetic.
They got their Burger King Kids Club treehouse in New York City, looking down upon people. So yeah.
Pathetic humans.
Humans.
But let us have a tree here because we need it.
Forget they were blackmailing nations for the medicine. For the medicines,
yes.
Too. It's like, hey, you either buy our medicines or you're gonna be in trouble with us.
Yeah, it's don't even get me started too on the fact that they'll go ahead and murder anyone who has a bag on the beach in the ocean, or construction workers, white construction workers. Justin says, I wonder if they will promote the death of Miss Marvel as the highest selling comic of the month and not mention Spider-Man.
It's probably. Yeah, they'll do it. Yes, they will. And it'll probably be retitled Miss Marvel, Death of Miss Marvel. Just
featuring Spider-Man.
Featuring Spider-Man. Yeah. Number 20.
This is because this is also the same company who said that Miss Marvel was going to be their new Spider-Man, which is laughable. Yeah. So I know that's what they were trying to do, but
yeah.
So this is all going to happen in one book.
Yeah.
Why aren't they drawing this out for like 38 issues?
That's what they normally do. It's the normal Marvel playbook.
75 crossovers. You got to get all of them that leads up to her death for an issue, and then she comes back.
Could you imagine?
Dark Web went on longer than this, and that was nothing.
I don't even remember Dark Web happened.
I just remember the Miss Marvel Mosque stuff. And
was that part of? I guess that was part of Dark Web.
Yeah, so all the inanimate objects started coming to life.
Yes, the Ghostbusters still bullshit. It makes no sense. It's not serious, but we're supposed to take it seriously.
And Mary Jane and Black Cat were fighting a water tower, and that now
jackpot colors.
Yeah.
God damn it! Why'd you guys remind me of that?
I can't forget it that easily.
We got to suffer, so do you.
Yeah, you must also remember our pain. This should be interesting. Zeb Wells is also a writer on the Marvels movie.
Really? Oh.
So
terrifying.
Here's a hot take, and here's something that this is interesting, but in the early 2000s, I think Zeb Wells actually made some good things. I think he wrote some fine stories. Not anything to be like, hey, let's make a movie out of it. But in particular, he wrote a few issues for a Wolverine Spider-Man Hulk crossover. That was kind of fun. But for the most part, whatever he's doing now beats me. So.
Yeah.
Sell out.
Yeah, it's just junk. It's just junk. Nothing to remember. Nothing worth remembering.
And that's almost worse. Yeah, the apathy of it all, right?
Yeah. This news article, it's all apathetic. I'm like, who gives a shit? You're making something out of nothing.
Yeah. MG says, I don't even think this deserves all the talk. It's a desperation play by Marvel and doesn't matter.
100% correct. It is a desperation play. Yeah.
They want to update her stupid power. I mean, like, what? How could they? And I mean, I think I agree with you in terms of like they want to make her something more than just, oh, I found bracelets in the mail, which was like kind of her show.
Well, if she's if she's good at fisting things, if she's good at fisting, they just make it more of a mutant natural skill. She can naturally fist people.
Especially on that quiet
really
count.
gotta.
A lot of women around.
Yeah, a lot of women. Yeah, a lot of women. Yeah. You need good fisting. Yeah.
Zaxx, what's up, man? Good to see you here. Zaxx, if you want another channel member, you can try out some of those emojis, see how you like them. Try it out. Feel it out. Mr. Negative says, nah, it'll all be number ones. I could see that. I mean, I definitely know that Miss Marvel's future stuff is all just going to be a bunch of number ones.
She's being relaunched now. I don't know how many times, along with Carol Danvers comics, 4 or 5 times. Just relaunch new number ones all the time. It doesn't work. This character is not clicking.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate that this news came with just a whimper. The news died along with her dying. So cliche or superhero deaths. The best writers have worked resurrections in their storytelling. Green Arrow, Colt, blah, blah, blah. X-Men involves the island of Krakoa. Oh, here we go. Krakoa, keeping backups of all the heroes, restoring them immediately after dying. So yeah, that'll probably be how they, how they bring it up.
Yeah.
In recent weeks, Wells and Marvel have teased a major event in Amazing 26, calling it the most shocking event most shocking event to happen to Spider-Man in 50 years. Yeah. Why did they say to happen to Spider-Man? Spider-Man doesn't give a shit.
Nothing happens to Spider-Man, apparently. Yeah. I don't know.
Is it if you really think? I mean, really step back, look at Spider-Man in the last 50 years. Everything that's happened to Peter Parker in the last 50 years. Honestly, what Dan Slott put him through by killing him and replacing him with Dr. Octopus as Spider-Man, that is more shocking than this.
Yeah.
Hell, Maximum Carnage is more shocking than this. I mean, I can think of so many other events that are more shocking than this. This, I could not care less.
Yeah. Spider-Man's Last Hunt.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
the Last Hunt, yeah,
it was more serious than this.
Speaking of which, Kraven's Last Hunt, I think, has a movie poster out. Have you guys seen it?
Does it?
Ooh.
Let me see.
Is it real?
That is the question. Is if it is actually a real? Because I could have sworn I saw it on, maybe it was Josh's stream. I forget. But I definitely saw.
So I know there's a trailer, but people saw it.
Is there a trailer?
You can't see. People got to view it at CinemaCon, but
this is what I saw, but this looks photoshopped as hell. So I don't think that's
really bad. If that can't be real.
No.
Yeah.
Please God, no.
This. Oh, so this is the teaser trailer.
There isn't one.
That's AI.
Yeah.
He's too young.
He kind of doesn't look big. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I love him. He's an awesome actor.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Bullet Train. He's awesome.
Yeah.
But I just there's just something not quite menacing enough.
And he's great as Quicksilver.
Yeah,
they should have kept him as Quicksilver.
Yeah, he's just too much kind of like a pretty boy. Like he just looks too good.
Yeah, he's a bit too Fabio-esque.
Yeah.
I know, hey, it's a compliment to him. So if he's watching this, we love you.
Yeah, you're a good-looking guy. I'm jealous.
Yeah,
But
yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I do not look like
this. Be
this.
a much better Craven,
I think. He's such a. It's like, okay, who's Lobo? Jason Ma. Okay, who's Craven? Jason Ma. Okay, who the fuck is Aquaman? Jason. It's like, no, we need more people.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Craven, because I mean, the thing about Craven is that I picture someone who's not quite middle age, but someone who looks experienced, it's got a little bit of weather, just someone who looks old enough to be Craven, who's been in the shit. He doesn't look anywhere close to someone who's been in the shit.
He's like he's just starting out.
Yeah. It's like Craven Begins.
Yeah. I feel like they're doing this with a lot of castings as of late, and I don't know if it's just because Hollywood does promote youth, or they like the more youthful look. But even for like someone like Henry Cavill, where James Gunn is saying he's too old, and you're like, he's in his 30s. You know, he's not even.
He's my age. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
It takes 5 years to make a fucking movie. So by the time the next one's out, he's going to be middle aged. He's going to be 45 years old. It's like, well, we only got him for one movie. It's like, well, that's your fault.
Yeah.
It's not like the James Bond movies back in the day. Where they're filming like every 2 years.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Have a
I think. Oh, go. Yeah. No. Have a plan for sure. I think the Josh and I were going over this on his stream this past week, where we were talking about the Superman castings, and one of the things that was brought up is like the Lex Luthor casting, and all of us, me, Josh, and Joe, all three of us were like, he's too fucking young. He just looks like a baby, and Lex Luthor needs to be someone who's been in his industry, for decades.
Yes.
Like he needs to be. Granted, I know he needs to be the same age relatively as Clark, but he needs to at least look. Yeah.
I honestly, I am perfectly fine with Lex being older. 10 to 20 years older than Clark.
Okay.
I'm completely fine with that. That's kind of how, I mean, I've always pictured Lex Luthor, might be personally, Lex Luthor being at least 10 to 20 years older. Just someone who, like you said, someone who has been in the shit, someone's been doing this for a long time. And he's not about to give everything up to an alien.
Yeah, for sure. Zaxx, I'm so glad that you are now using the emojis. I'm glad they're coming in handy. We'll be using those on Max's Man Cave this Sunday as well, because those are fun. Slavic One says, "Did you guys enjoy watching Cannonball Run last Saturday?"
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun time.
Yes, it was.
A good time.
Hell yeah. What was your favorite part? I have never seen it, so.
Anytime Dom DeLuise is on the screen, anytime Dom DeLuise and Bert are talking,
their interactions are great.
Yeah, their chemistry is
the Bert laugh is is awesome.
He does that laugh. Yeah, it's just great.
Dom DeLuise.
You can just tell everyone is having fun filming that movie. That's what's great about it.
Hell yeah, that's dope. MG says the most shocking event to happen to Spider-Man is the sales drop from this BS storyline. You know, I may even argue with you there, MG. I might say that's not even shocking, because the sales numbers dropping is like, that tracks. Yeah, that makes sense. But
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if like when the quote unquote sales numbers come out from when this book does. Like if another book ends up beating it that week.
What comes out when that comes out?
Let's take a look.
Do we know? Can we pull up?
Let's pull up the.
I'm just curious.
League of Comic Geeks.
Yep.
Well, you guys pull that up. Jay the Deep Minded member for 2 months. Thank you, Jay.
Woo.
She says, sit rep using the new emotes, sipping a midnight martini, wearing my silkies, and hoping for a Gideon sighting. Cheers, boys.
Ooh.
Thank you, Jay. I love all those emojis, and I'm so glad that you are using them well. And yeah, they look great. look very fun. If you guys have any other recommendations, let me know and I'll throw them in. Yeah, still more shocking than the storyline.
Everything is.
Omega Man says, "Good evening, fellas. Titans #1 was so bad. I just want to, like, I could live in that sentence.
Yes.
That even the League of Comic Geeks hated it. Oof.
We read this. I read this like a month, like weeks ago, almost a month. We all read this, and this was bad. This was a bad comic. Horrible. Yeah.
Shall we then? Yeah. Let's go ahead and
even Tristan, Nerdette's Newsstand, she did not like it.
I remember we were talking about it last week, and Kyle was like, "And that tells you something."
Yeah, that tells you all you need to know. She loves everything. Everything's awesome, and I hit it. I was like, "Damn."
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and check some of these bad boys out. So, where were we?
So real quick, that week when that comes out, there is like nothing I expect outside of Spawn or King Spawn.
They did that on purpose.
Yeah.
So not this week, not next week, literally the last day of the month, this book comes out. Punisher.
No.
You know what? Venom Lethal Protector. That has been good every single week.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
I hope that beats it.
Me too.
Oh, it for sure will.
That artist, I gotta reach out to that guy. I gotta see if I can get him to do some career work.
It's awesome.
I want some of his original art of.
Yeah.
Clever in time World 3, number 2. Or the World 33.
Silver Surfer Ghostlight. Yay.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, like, nothing this week really stands out. So it could be the #1 that week, just because maybe Batman beats it. Detective Comics.
No, because like I remember Wes showing the sales numbers for Detective, and they are terrible. Yeah.
Sucks.
TMNT, no.
It's an omni annual cover, so it's possible that could do well.
Oh yeah.
In terms of this week, so what were we talking about this week? We were talking about something, right? I read World's Finest. I read Ice Cream Man. Naturally. And where's the other bad Larry? I think I read Gunslinger.
Okay.
Yep.
And this one came out this week, a new #1 from Red Room. Yep. And I did not get to read it, unfortunately. I didn't get to head over to my comic shop.
A lot of stores didn't order this. A lot of stores, I do know, like I know for a fact, Comics Elite, both the website and the brick and mortar, did not order it at all.
Interesting. What? Yeah, this is a great book.
It is a great book. And what was even more shocking is that when they were going live and whatnot, people were commenting like, "Hey, do you have a new Red Room? Hey, do you have a new Red Room? Hey, do you have a new Red Room?" And like, we didn't order it. And yeah.
I mean, you guys know me. I'm not the big homage cover fan, but this is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, I love it.
That's pretty dope.
It's great.
So you like homage covers then? Okay, got it.
No.
All right.
No. Crypto Killers with a Z. Yeah, that's pretty dope. And I mean, 100%. Now it's only 8 people that have voted, but 8 out of 8. Someone said that there was a really bad issue that came out this week. Who was it in the chat? Was it say again?
Book.
Oh, it was Omega Man. He said Titans. That's right. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Really? I don't know. That's still a good score though. 83
out of 317 reviews. Jesus.
Yeah, 263 of 317.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm jumping onto this early, knowing full well I'm going to wind up a downer. But the Titans deserve so much better. Huh? There you go.
True.
You'd have thought that the issue would have been focused on showing us exactly why it is that this team is so necessary to the fabric of the universe.
Because they're the new Justice League.
Ooh, this is interesting. If Tom Taylor has 1 million haters, I am one of them. Nice. If Tom Taylor has 10 haters, I am one of them. If Tom Taylor has no haters, I have died. Bravo. Bravo, Breezy. Whoever you are, Breezy, very well.
Yep.
2 stars for Nicholas Scott, I guess. Though even though that feels phoned in after her stellar work on Historia and Black Magic. 2 stars. Oof. Oof. Man. Well, thank you for your honesty, Breezy. I appreciate it. Let's see.
Ooh, 5 stars.
Oh, 5 stars.
Where was the 5? Oh, here. There's a great issue, clear difference between the Titans and the Justice League, beautiful art, an optimistic outlook, a good book, period, and a good Titans book, which hasn't happened in a while.
An optimistic outlook. The Flash is murdered on the first page.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And he's Alion's like, you guys need to figure out my death.
Yeah.
Figure out what happened.
That's not very optimistic. Turning to heroes in crisis.
And what the hell happened to Raven's hair? And so much bullshit happens in this comic. They're making out in front of
people for no reason. They're having a mind meld.
This comic is beyond stupid. I'm sorry.
Oof, this is pretty bad. This is how you know something's really bad, when you you don't expect a lot and it's still disappointing. Mozzie says, I didn't really expect much coming from Tom Taylor to begin with, and this was still kind of disappointing. Why did you give it
2.5 stars?
I was just about to say, that's a 1-star review.
Yeah.
In my book.
Yes.
In my book.
Like you said, people, they're building this up as the new Justice League. You read this first issue, it is so low stakes. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me right now? It's just, there's no stakes at all.
Here we go. Here's a 0.5 star. Such a nothing, boring, soulless, spineless book with a script that reads like if you told an AI to write a Tom Taylor Titans book. There you go. Thank you, Zero. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Tom Taylor books are like the fast food of comics. You read them, you don't think they're remarkable, and you move on with your life. That's all you do. That's why they're insulting to read as a reader.
Oh
God. Yeah. Too long, didn't read.
Yep.
But yeah, I get it. Oh, nope, didn't want to go there.
Oh, he loves A25.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean, I guess like overall, most of these are 3, 4, and 5-star reviews. I was just picking out anything under 2, really. Oh my goodness. Zerdy's at it again, boys.
Yes, he is.
There he is.
Yep.
Who is this? Another Zerdy? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, this is still par for the course for League of Comic Geeks. When we get into territory that's like, where was when we get into this territory, that's when you, and on a Spider-Man book nonetheless, that's when you know it's bad. When you're like, okay, even on a site that just, you know, is it's lots of this, you know,
and people don't understand star rating systems.
Yeah, they don't actually know how to rate anything.
Correct.
Exactly.
That's why we need, at some point, Kyle, we just need to do one for League of Comic Geeks where we just read the 5-star reviews on here and just how stupid some of these 5-star reviews are.
Yes.
These bad
Right.
books.
Yeah.
Yep.
Omega Man says 83 is low for League. I mean, I guess that's true. Anything under like a 90 maybe is low for League. I don't know.
Sure seems like it.
At least when I read some of these reviews, I go, yeah, that does not track. But I don't know. Did you guys read Catwoman? Slavic One is wondering if it was just as bad.
This is the first week where I gladly avoided it like the plague.
And it felt great.
Yeah.
You guys are free men now.
No, I did read it. I forgot. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Dialogue just goes on and on and on and on and on. It's Catwoman Selena Kyle with the other Catwoman, and it's like I can't.
One that broke her out of prison.
Yeah, broke out of quote unquote prison. Yeah, adult daycare.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds kind of forgettable for sure. And then where was it? Yeah, Omega says only had 8 books on my pull list. Omega, I think I had 4. No, I think I had 3.
8 sounds damn.
8's a lot. Nowadays, 8 is a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
When normally I'd be picking up like 50 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This we'll get to this one, MG. Gunslinger was disappointing this week. Over narration and a dumb scenario to set up the story. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Because I looked at Gunslinger and I said, too long, didn't read. Bullshit. Just like, nope. I mean,
it's amazing.
But comparatively to last issue, this was like, oof. But yeah.
That's fair.
Zaxx says comic reviews are like sticks. Alone, they're easily broken. When bundled together, they become a fist. Or is that fisted? I forgot.
When who's reviewing Miss Marvel, they're fisted.
So when Miss Marvel is in the review, you can it becomes a fisted review.
All the way in there, yeah.
Well, a bundle of sticks is called oh.
Wait.
Well, never mind.
Can you see that? Say, is Josh in the chat?
Josh can say
it.
Yeah.
Slavic says, I've not bought any books since Comics Elite stopped reviewing books because I do not want to risk wasting my money.
Hey. Oh.
Don't do
I mean,
that.
that's some praise. I mean, I was going to say, Slavic, I know what you're saying, but I would still definitely reach out to other channels or even reach out to us. I mean, our DMs are open. But we'll try and give you some books that I think we find interesting or that we've been reading. But definitely. I mean, the Comics Elite Monday shows were really super helpful. But life finds a way. Finds a way. Yeah. So but thank you for saying that, Slavic, because these guys bring a lot of great entertainment and a lot of good resources too. Like I said, I would not have found half of the books that are in my short boxes right now without those reviews. So believe me, I've had a couple guys ask me in my DMs and in comments on some of the videos, Max, can you take over for the Monday show? The only thing is I don't have
Good luck.
And that's the thing is, like, even if I had access to a retailer who would allow me to read the books that weekend, which is pretty hard to find, I would have to either pay him or I'd have to work for them and get paid in books, right? Then what you're asking me to do is go through the pain and torture of reading 40 books a week. So
not only that, you're also beholden to a retailer who's going to say, hey, listen, you probably shouldn't talk shit about this book that I need to sell.
Very true. Very true.
Thankfully, Sean didn't care all that much.
But it only happened once where I had to apologize to one of the creators.
And they still didn't like you after your apology.
Nope.
This is why they can go fuck themselves.
It was just one of those conversations. We just went round and round and round. It just like I told him where I was coming from. I knew where he was coming from. It's just like
book still sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't change. That's bad. Book sucks.
That's why it's so difficult now to have good faith apologies, right? Like iDubbbz just released like an apology video or whatever on his channel, and it's like for so many people. I was listening to the Drinkin' Bros podcast. If you guys have ever listened to that, but one of the episodes they're talking about like you cannot apologize to a lot of these like Twitter mobs because it will never be good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I would never. We've never done that, but like this was a special case where this was a creator who had done a variant for Sean.
Right, who's like working with you guys? Yeah,
it wasn't like it was a Twitter robbery because that never would have fucking happened with us.
Yeah,
but it just and I think it's one thing apologizing online or whatever, but doing it face to face, I think that shocked him. That I came up to him, and he was like, "Oh, just yeah."
And that's a lot of people don't actually consider the fact that people have the character, the moral integrity to go up to someone and go, "Hey, man, I think we got off on the wrong foot. I just wanted to apologize." Blah blah. Because then they're almost like, they like don't know what to do because that's so unlike what people act like now, I guess. So let's see. I saw something. This was kind of cool. Would you consider making shorts of a speed run of your top 10? I don't know if you guys would have the time.
We have
to
the
do
time.
that,
I'd still have to read enough books.
To
create a top 10.
To create one, yeah.
In
So
the past
that
few
might
weeks,
be.
we haven't been able to get a top 10. We were lucky to get 8.
Yeah.
And I was pushing it.
I mean, even like this week, there were some. It's like, I would think Gunslinger would be up there. Probably not. Aside from the art, but like even then, books that we could cherry pick and be like, this is a sure home run. It's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, I would even argue Gunslinger for me might have even been a skip it, not just a meh.
It's almost there. It's basically pointless.
I just get it based on the art. I love Brett Booth's art.
Oh, of course.
It's not as action-packed, as beautiful as it was in the previous issue, but this issue, it's still beautiful nonetheless. I would still make it a meh. Just because narratively speaking, it's
another Dragon Ball Z episode.
Who gives a shit? Yeah, who cares? But yeah.
Have you guys heard anything about this? I followed Danny Warren Johnson religiously. I've not heard anything about this.
I think he might have him confused with Philip Kennedy Johnson, another 3-namer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Phil Kennedy Johnson. Yeah, both last name Johnson. Yeah.
There you go.
Johnson.
One far superior than the other. Not saying that one of them is bad, but just one is far superior.
Yeah. Much more creative.
Yeah.
We'll decide which one.
Shut up, Kyle. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna steal Drew's. Michael, what's up, dude? He says, "Sup, everyone. I only had 4 on my pull list this week, and 1 was a facsimile, so only really 3."
What was the facsimile this week?
Yeah.
Miracle Man?
No. Miracle Man was last week.
I didn't read that. Was that good?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Michael, same for us. I only read 3 books, 3 or 4 books this week, so that tracks, brother. Yeah, pulls are getting small these days.
Yeah, not like where it was this point last year. I mean, yeah, we had an abundance of great books, but now,
yeah. Remember honorable mentions? That's a joke.
Yeah.
Show.
Yeah, Life Zero. Marco Cicchetto, Chef's Kiss, baby. Yeah.
Love that book.
Life Zero because of them. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I would love for them to bring it back. I don't care. Just keep it going.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Josh. Wait, hang on a second. I'm trying to find Josh, did you put in a you put in an emoji, the MV penis emoji. Nice. Good. I actually need to make like an actual MV penis emoji. That'd be pretty funny. I don't know if they would. I don't know. YouTube probably wouldn't accept it, but
be a penis with a little hat on.
With a backwards cap on the head.
Or you veiny neck. Yeah.
Yeah, right. The new Gunslinger look isn't so great. That was another thing I wanted to talk about. More Zorro than Eastwood. Not a fan of the bandana and the eyes and the scarf.
I agree.
Don't be dissing Zorro. I love Zorro.
Zorro.
Got my Johnsons confused. I get my Johnsons confused all the time. No, I'm kidding. I know who gets his Johnson confused is this guy right here. Capital Video says Avengers #1.
Yeah, it was a facsimile of Avengers #1. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I thought he was talking about the Avengers #1 that you guys read. And I was
that
like,
one. It's
oh, I didn't read that.
Yeah. Boring. Neat.
Well, since we're on the topic, because I keep saying, we'll talk about it, let's actually bring it up, pull it up, because I just want to let's get this out of the way.
Wow, get it out of the way. Wow.
I'm sorry, but
Brett Booth
comparatively to last week. What's that?
I mean, this thing was the top of the heap, and now we're getting it out of the way.
Like I said last month, this book would have been in my top maybe like 2 if it weren't for the dialogue.
Yeah,
and sure enough, and sure enough, the dialogue once again.
Like beautiful once again. Love it.
Fantastic, really great art by Brett, of course. But yeah, this new look ain't it.
I don't mind it. I don't have a problem with it.
Very ninja dumb. I don't know.
This is not.
It doesn't look right.
This is a no. This is a no in comic books. I do not want to see his eyes.
Oh,
these should be all white. You know what I mean? Or all green.
Green, yeah.
So I get it. It's more of like a bandito thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
desperado.
Yeah.
A ninja.
It's not
desperado.
A ninja desperado.
I just don't like that this guy's hand gets broken. Although I'm pretty sure if a motorcycle ran over your hand, it probably would do worse than that.
It's shattered.
But he doesn't act like his hand is broken like the entire book.
There's no real pain, and like his hands look fine.
It looks fine right there.
Fine, yeah.
It looks fine this whole time.
Yeah.
It got better.
Yeah.
He even throws the dude afterwards with his. Was it the same hand?
So it's his.
No, it's his. It's the left hand. Yeah. So I'm trying to think.
So it's like, okay. I mean, so this panel right here where the guy's flying off the bike.
Yeah.
Get rid of the top box and the middle, and just go with the best line of dialogue is down here in this bottom box, where it's like just say that. During the next 2 months, it's like that's what's funny about it.
Yeah.
Get rid of all of this bullshit. Like, as he extends his hand out to hit the bike, you notice that the guy is flying off the bike towards.
No shit. Don't say.
Like, really?
Thanks, Stanley. Appreciate it. Yeah. Or thanks, Chris Claremont.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. At least with like those, like Stanley and Chris Claremont, at least whenever I saw a caption box, I knew that he was discussing what was going on in the character's head that we don't know about.
Yeah.
But this, we know what's going on. And that's why I'm always like, yeah, we got it. We got it.
Yeah. Thank you. It's like, you just want the notes you're giving Brett Booth as far as what you want drawn.
Yeah.
Have to put those in there.
Then we get Dinothorth. Guy, remember Dinothorth?
It's look, it's on the toilet.
Oh,
it's on the toilet.
He's too big for it.
The young man doesn't wait for Gunslinger's permission, though he's about to wish he had a much stronger bladder.
God,
but it's like, what is that? Was that supposed to be funny?
I think he's doing an upper decker. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, there you go. And though he's seen the movie Hangover many times, what he encounters is much worse than Mike Tyson's tiger. Oh my God.
This is real.
Stop. And he doubles down on the movie references. He goes, Taylor instantly goes to another movie reference. I think we're going to need a bigger boat. Oh God.
This is real.
This is real. This is in a Gunslinger book.
Yep.
Gunslinger has never seen any movie, so the reference is lost to him.
In case you didn't fucking know.
Unless you didn't understand, that Gunslinger has no concept of what that means.
Yeah.
But
in this character, when she showed up in issue 4, I thought she was stupid, and I think this character is still stupid.
Yeah, I don't even get her costume. Like, I don't even understand what it's supposed to be.
I don't get how she's able to grow dinosaurs out of her and sling them out like.
Yeah,
like and then she can teleport also, and no, it's like you're just a plot contrivance. Like, oh, we need her to do this power. All right, go ahead.
Yeah,
super skater.
Basically, yes. The plot needs them to leave this hotel room. Well, she can travel.
Oh, this was one of the things that I noticed. Also, is they always go, Gunslinger is one of the weakest spawns. It's like, yeah, we get it.
We know
she enters.
Him have his ass kicked by everything.
Yeah. Even though he's one of the coolest, badass looking characters, and we just want him to shoot things,
Yeah.
Yeah, she enters the front door like she owns the place. And why wouldn't she? She knows Taylor's not a threat, and Gunslinger is one of the weakest spawns Hell's ever created. Why not be cocky? There was one line. Oh, this one. I'm going to need you to be better than that. Be better, Gunslinger.
Be better.
Be better. I'm going to need you to be better than that. I saw that and I go, okay, we don't need to read this anymore.
Meanwhile, hey, I'm not here to fight you, but I'm going to have my dinosaur attack you.
Yeah.
Even though I can literally shapeshift it into something incredibly small to where it won't attack you, but I'm going to continue to have it attack you and be like, no, that's not why I'm here, but I'll let it attack you.
But yeah, this position makes it look like she's like sicking them on him.
Yeah.
Go forth, my minions. Like, go attack Gunslinger.
Distract him. So he's shooting you instead of the giant dinosaur.
Yeah.
Don't fight. I'm not here to fight you.
No, definitely not.
But yeah,
yeah. Putting him in a horrible situation of literally about to lose his head. Yeah.
Okay. And the guns aren't the 6-shooters anymore. Like, what? Yes, I don't like that.
Yeah, these are like Hellspawn 6-shooters.
I don't like them.
They look. Yeah, no, this ain't it.
No.
This ain't it. Because now they're like modern guns.
Yeah.
Yep.
He needs to go back to his like you said, his old 6-shooters. Because
Mm-hmm.
wasn't his whole thing like each one of those bullets had to count?
Yes.
In each one of those 6-shooters.
Yep.
Yeah. So overall,
I'm scared that wasn't the intent.
Giant dinosaur.
Your giant dinosaur is in your bedroom. You're launching at someone.
You left it. You crack your own shit.
That looks terrible. Those eyes
bad.
This looks bad, and I love this. I love this caption box. Gunslinger is confused.
It's bad.
How did we get here? Yeah.
I think this is when Todd McFarlane took over.
Yeah. I guess he did get those from Spawn. I don't know.
for that armor or whatever. Yeah.
I don't think they look good with his aesthetic though.
Overall,
yeah. So, just like this woman's aesthetic or her theme, what's with the sombrero? Like that doesn't match this.
That's the urban sombrero. Yeah. It's got little lampshade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The urban
a little China.
Dinosaurs and diversity. Yay.
That's the issue.
That's it.
What?
That was Gunslinger Spawn, everyone.
They ran out of ideas.
Come on, let's hit the trail.
Fuck off.
Yeah, so no, I don't know where they go from here, but like that last issue, holy shit, was that incredible comparatively to what we just saw.
Yeah.
Like 19 even the cover was no, the cover for this one was cool too. Like this is the opening page.
Yeah.
That's your first page, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the rest of it is just beautiful. Yeah, god dang.
Love it.
So I know we've gone over this issue last time, but I needed a quick cleansing for my eyeballs.
Fair.
Yeah, so a little late to the party, but what's up, everyone? What's up, Chris? You are not late at all. You are got here precisely when you need to, just like a wizard.
Just like Gandalf.
You're right, precisely when I need to. All right, Ice Cream Man or World's Finest?
Oh, I liked them both differently.
Is cream
Let's talk about Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, let's go up because World's Finest. Like, I don't really have too much to say about it, other than just like it's always good.
Yeah,
you know,
fun.
Like it's just always good. Yeah,
action packed. It's just fun action packed book.
Mm-hmm.
But this is something on a whole other level.
Yeah, this was something else.
Yeah.
So we open with this kind of reclusive or secluded individual
he's got a family, he's got kids.
He's a writer. He's writing the great novel that everyone has to read. It's great.
Yes. He's basically like
the Bible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Throw that shit out.
Yep.
My book is going to be the definitive book.
Yeah.
Yep.
His last will and testament. He starts printing it out. The only one that matters. He starts printing out the cover page and everything.
Yep.
And it's called the Book of Necessary Monsters. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
They are necessary within this world. What was it? Creatures both unfortunate and unavoidable.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, all right. So let's begin post haste. Chop chop. An eccentric fellow. Allow me to tell you all about the harmonic insidiousness of the earworm. So initially when I saw the earworm, I thought he was going to talk about like people who tell lies and it gets put in your brain and you believe it. But no, he's talking about songs that get stuck in your head.
Yeah.
That makes you screaming as they pull the trigger. I can't get this fucking song out of my head.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
I've had
we've all been there. Whenever a pop song plays on the radio, 100%.
Yep. Now this one, I've never had this happen.
I didn't get this at all.
I didn't get this one.
No.
Is he just? I was wondering if he was saying maybe, like when in dreams you can't speak, and you're like, oh, I'm trying to talk, but I can't say anything because it's like this dream. It's a frustrating dream. It's a nightmare. Maybe that's what he was saying. But I didn't get this one at all.
Yeah, I didn't get this one.
All right,
but it's creepy nonetheless.
Yeah.
Look at it.
For sure, yeah. This one was good. The Shameful Memory.
I love that.
Haunts you forever. Oh yeah, little goblin dude. Just hey, remember this?
Yeah.
Remember when you did this? You just tell he's just in constant agony.
And the goblin's enjoying it.
Yeah.
He's even got a little dick.
Yeah, I like
that. So, yeah, haunts you forever, never letting you feel fully redeemed or quote unquote good, if there even is such a thing. Yeah, that's a constant theme throughout this. Is like, is there hopefulness? Is there good? Are there anything good? Like, are there things that are good? For every act of decency in your sad, sorry life, the shameful memory is at the ready, there to remind you that no, you are not good. You are a piece of shit, Mark. You are a piece of shit, Mark. Yeah. It's like, I like how he put the mark in there too.
Yes.
It's very funny. But yeah, no, I can say firsthand, this happens all the time when you're like, even when you're not even aware of it, you'll just be doing something and a random memory pops in your head and you're like, ooh, I
I did do that.
Yeah.
I said that.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
embarrassment, but
Mhm.
also like shameful. Yeah, you're like, fuck, what was I thinking?
Mhm.
I'm in the attic now for reasons that will become obvious later. And I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, I kind of knew where it was. I knew where it was going, but I wanted to go along with it anyway.
Yeah.
It was kind of, but I do love all of the triangles that are
Yes.
throughout this entire book. Like,
Oh,
so many
yeah.
triangles.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
great.
Good call. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
And I'll give you props. I think because you have read this series more than I have. So when I first read this, I had no idea what was going on. Because I know his family has been calling to him this whole time.
Mhm.
And so I kept wondering, are these consecutive nights? Is this over a course of time? Is this during the same night? We don't know.
We don't know the time.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
No.
So I had no idea. So good on you for kind of figuring it out.
But I still want to go along with this journey. I'm like, okay, I got to read this guy's.
But at the same time, for me, knowing some of the horror elements he puts into this, like he builds it up to get to it. And you know, when I see the spider coming down, I'm like, oh god, this is when I start cringing. I'm starting to get terrified of turning the page. I don't want to see what's going to happen next.
Do you have arachnophobia?
Yes, he does.
Shut up.
It's okay. I have nasty claustrophobia. It's really bad.
But it's like it's not just that. Like this artist, he does his horrific arts. What he does with some of these creatures, they are terrifying, and like a lot of the jump scares, they just come out of nowhere in a lot of these issues. And when I see this looming horror pop up, I'm like, uh-oh. Now we're starting to get the turn here. I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen next.
Right? Yeah. So this next monster, necessary monster, whatever, necessary creature, this one you must have hated this next one.
It wasn't as, what's funny about that is that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like my imagination made it much more than what was on the page. So it's not that bad.
Which is actually really great of the writer and the illustrator, because like you said, Drew, they're almost kind of implanting something in your head that you subconsciously are already thinking.
Yes.
Like what's worse? What's coming next, right?
Yeah.
Josh, did I say this? I mean, my balls could use a good cleansing, but like, no, I'm kidding. I don't think, did I say that? Now I need to go back and watch the stream. That's what an earworm is, you goober. I don't know. In the Ice Cream Man universe, you never know what you're gonna do.
No, you don't.
So, see some comic fellas.
Yes, we are comic fellas.
We are.
Yeah. We are Land Kramer.
Land Kramer, yeah, buddy. Yeah. On Wes's Critical Channel a lot of times on Saturday morning.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'll be there tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Hell yeah, nice. I have to audibly make a sound when I have these memories, or it will stay in my head. Yeah, Raylo.
Yep.
I once read that if you picture yourself walking through a doorway or into another room, it will help you move on to another thought. Interesting. That almost might be like the same concept as when you walk into a room because you're about to do something, but you forget. And so you have to kind of retrace your steps and go, what did I come in here for? Has that ever happened to you guys?
All the time.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
In a matter of seconds, I'll have what I gotta do. I'm like, what the hell was I gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, not crazy.
Listened to an interview with the creative team here and was surprised to learn Prince doesn't watch horror movies. What?
Oh,
wow.
That's even more shocking.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So he's literally just taking this from real life and just the world.
Well, what's funny
is what I'm assuming.
It's not that shocking because if you read a lot of these prior issues, like deals with like a lot of like substance abuse,
depression,
anxieties, it's
PTSD.
Yeah, he's probably dealing. It's probably. I mean, I haven't watched that interview. I don't know if it's right or not. I'm assuming if he did talk about it, it's probably dealing with a lot of his internal demons. He's externalizing a lot of the stuff he's gone through in these books. But I will say, reading it as a horror aficionado, he does a great job of building the suspense and the horror. Even if he doesn't like horror, he does a great job because there's like a looming dread. You don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, I love every issue for that. And you don't know what's going to happen because every issue is so different. You don't know what you're going to get.
Which is why I love it. It is the Twilight Zone of comic books right now.
It is. A24 needs to get a hold of this and do like a Netflix series.
Kyle, you're giving Hollywood too much credit right now. We need to wait until it gets better. We get some talented writers in there, and then we can adapt this. But right now, they're not up to standards. I would be afraid if they did this now. It would all be like you're at your conservative family's house, and they tell you let's pray before dinner. No,
it's all about trigger warnings and like they're all clicking triggers of like guns and like everything else.
Yeah, it would just be nonsensical. So.
I like it.
Tracks.
That's interesting writing.
Yeah. So yeah, Mr. Negative. I don't know if you can link it or just put in the chat like what the title of the video is. Is it on YouTube? Because I would maybe we can. Yeah. Let's pull it up. Lane says, man, I have to say, I never thought a series. I would say it is the first thing I have to read when I get home. But honestly, that Red Goblin series has pulled me in on it. Wow. Red Goblin, eh? That's surprising.
Hey, buy what you like, click what you want.
Good for you.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to say that Kyle and I, we have a very differing opinion on that. But I don't.
Yeah.
It did come out. The number 4 came out this week.
I think y'all dropped that after a while.
Yeah.
But I mean,
buy what you like, click what you want, and
people like it. 98% on League, so there you go. Not a lot of people reading it though. 37 votes, I think. Josh says, I said eyeballs, but my selective hearing chose to hear balls. Your sexuality, sir, made you choose to hear balls, and I was being I was just merely existing, and you chose to put that in my mouth. Oh God, now another innuendo. There you go.
Clip.
Yeah, the YouTube channel was Lost in Comics. He said his head scares him enough at his holy fuck, dude. That's frightening. Yes. Yeah. And those are some of the best writers when they're like, my own head conjures up this stuff. I don't need to watch anything else. Jeez. YouTube channel was Lost in Comics. Okay, let's finish Ice Cream Man and then we'll go to Lost in Comics. Thank you, Negative. I appreciate it, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah. So speaking of spiders, here we go. We hear the family again. Are you up in the attic with the luggage? I didn't get the luggage thing, but maybe that comes into play later. But then we get King Spider.
Yeah.
And this, like, when it started to talk about like spiders going up your nose and in your mouth and your ears, I was like, that tracks. Like I've had that before, or that fear, I guess.
Yes.
Laying eggs in your stomach and then just bursting out in spiders. So this one kind of turned me off for a second, because the time suck really is something that is a modern, 2023 thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But he says here, social media, prestige TV, listening to the monologue inside your head as it tells you how fake and repulsive you are. These are all negative things, and these are all things that are sucking your soul out. These are things that are, removing you from humanity. But then he says, arguing with your conservative family. And I was like, fuck. Like, can we just get one thing? Just put arguing with your family.
Yeah.
What? Like, even if he put liberal family, I would have been like, why? You know.
You can say arguing politics with your family.
There you go. Because that is a time suck.
Absolutely.
That is something that
and no one
sucks
wins.
your soul out. Yeah. Regardless of whether it's liberal politics or conservative politics, no one likes talking politics with their families. So
Right.
I don't know if this threw you guys off as well, but for me, I was like, fuck, man, you were on such a good roll, you know?
It's like it's one of those. I'm not surprised by this take anymore from anyone, really, even writers I like.
Of course.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, of course. All right.
Yeah.
It was kind of a groan, and this is also the ramblings of a fucking madman.
True.
I was gonna say at some point, maybe this is the perspective of the writer of this.
Who is crazy.
Yeah.
Clearly. Insane. And how each paragraph, like, it gets crazier and crazier.
Yes.
And it starts, it's like, okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
It's like, he said after that, cat video after cat video after goddamn cat video.
You're kind of going crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, I like my cat videos, okay?
Where you do.
Hitler cat's playing the piano.
Yeah, taking enough of it.
The keyboard cat. Dun, 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 dun. So, but yeah, that was also, I thought about this because I was going, okay, these are the ramblings of a madman. So I wonder if this is coming from the author or from the character. But I know a lot of the times he will kind of, the character is him, you know, in some of the books. And that Ice Cream Man is his thoughts, are his nightmares and his dreams and his hauntings, you know, of these things manifesting in the real world, which we'll get to in a moment as well. But he goes, I had to leave the attic because someone was up there and I'm no fool. And I was like, oh God.
This one, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows this one. He takes oxy for.
So clear. This gives more substantive value to like what we had said. Like these are the ramblings of a madman, and like arguing with this conservative family. Clearly, this guy's family is conservative, and he's arguing with them about this, or who knows what else.
Yeah,
potentially. Yeah. And I don't. You know, it's not like you can't really tell if he's a good man or a bad man. He's just. He's not there.
He's unstable.
He's unstable. He's unhealthy. He's not.
Yes.
Yeah. But this was very creative as a creature, right? The cabinet of medications. No two cabinets are alike.
That's
but
true.
Each one is replete with riches, opioids, benzos, mild steroids, male enhancement pills, antidepressants. Yeah.
Schedule 2 narcotics. Inside a mint tin. That seems oddly specific.
Yeah,
I know, right?
I love this man here. Like, as long as you're unafraid of the Sultan's wrath, there is no Sultan, by the way.
Yeah, he's just completely off his rocker.
Yes.
Your neighbor, your cousin, your new girlfriend with the chronic lumbar issue, get high on their supply. But yeah, this is cool. How it's like these are the eyes on the mirror,
right.
You know, or whatever.
It's like a kid's book. It's like that's a fun kid thing. It's like, oh, that looks like something from Beetlejuice.
It's a horrifying realization of a child's. So this one was actually
this one hit me the most.
This was my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
And chat, so you guys know, we did not talk about this before stream. So like we're not cooperating or this is my favorite because of how horrifying it truly is, you know, and just how much of that void is like how much is lost in that void and how much we will never know, right? You'll just never know. The hole runs deep and wide, and it's so just kind of nebulous. And he also says you aren't meant to know. These are things that you will never understand. And the chasm between you and the truth, a great pit, dim in color and oblong in shape. It's there right now at the corner of the carpet in the very room you're sitting in. So This was by far my favorite, even though it's not as visually creepy. Internally, to me, I was like, "This is the worst one by far."
Yes.
But,
yeah, that one I felt, and I'm like, yeah, that one I felt that one.
yeah.
Unlike Frankie and Dracula, which is a fucking awesome band name.
Which
That's cool.
this is also a callback to a previous issue.
Oh, do you remember which one it was? I wish he had a.
I think it was the last issue, wasn't it? The Hobos.
Yeah, the Hobos.
Yeah, it was the issue prior. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's right. Okay. Raylo says,
"13 in Phil's neck." It's like, this is very specific.
Oh yeah. Raylo says, "Holy shit, Max! I came to visit my parents for the weekend, and my dad asked who I was watching. Apparently, my stepbrother played with you in 2013. No shit! Wow. Apparently, my stepbrother played with you in 2013 at ACU. He was a redshirt freshman. Raylo, that's wild. I don't want you to dox him. You don't need to dox him, but that is insane, dude. That is a small world.
Yeah.
A very, very small world. But hey, dude, tell him I say hi. Hope he's doing well. I don't know who it is, but that's cool. Raylo, if you can, DM me on Twitter or something, or send me a message on my email. I'd love to know who it is. Yeah, for real. Because those football guys are great. God damn, and ACU is a small school.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just blown away by this.
So there's a good chance you probably know who he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. Yeah, because I redshirted my first year in 2011, I think. 2011 or 2012. So yeah, he and I for sure played together. Wow, that's awesome. Talking about the void, I will never know how small the world really is. So yeah, the vampire one I didn't really get, but that tracks that it was the last issue.
This is a fan service callback to a previous issue. It's like, oh hey, yeah.
Okay.
He's just in the crawl space.
This was when I was like, okay, he's gone. He's totally nuts. There is something happening here, you know. It would appear by the exceedingly limited height of my current location that I'm in the crawl space under the front porch. So this next realization that he finds out about his wife, I was toppling over. I was losing my mind because I was like, this is horrifying, but it's very, very, very funny at the same time, but awful. The Oxy, another monster, you see.
See, it's the monsters. It's not me.
Yeah, right? This is getting ridiculous. A woman cooks all day. Father, where are you? My honey-baked ham is absolutely tepid. Let's see. I was lithe, limber. I did yoga. And I think this is Mr. Yoga.
Oh.
But Linda had to go with that dalliance with our yoga instructor.
This one was just downright hilarious.
Yes.
This was
I was losing my mind. When I saw the photo, I started laughing. If it sounds like I blame her, I don't. He was very handsome, charming, even.
This next one.
My hands from the chair.
Yeah. I just wish she didn't have to do it in front of me with my hands strapped to the chair. Oh my god, dude. Like the cuck of cucks, you know?
And then he writes this in a book, like, this will help you out of a jam. It's like, this is so oddly specific.
He's like, these are essential creatures, you know, like these will be posted, and this book will be posted in every hotel, every airplane, you know. This creature, the yoga instructor, he could be named Chad or Avi or Bodhi or Rosewater or something like, I don't even use names, man, because they're just like so limiting. I contain multitudes, you know. The yoga instructor. Get into shape. You've both been so busy, and here's someone who's willing to help you shed a few of those unwanted pounds for one reason and one reason only: to copulate with your betrothed. Chad and Linda will strap you to a chair in the bedroom and make you watch as they contort and writhe in positions you simply did not know were achievable by normal human anatomy. This last sentence might be the best one. Now.
So
The last one just.
Huh?
Let's do some yoga now.
Oh God!
Take a finger and point it at yourself, right in your very own face. There, you've perfected the cuckold pose.
Oh.
Gosh dang, that's so funny.
So good.
Rachel, this is one of our favorite books from what's his full name? Maxwell.
W.
W.
Maxwell
Prince.
Prince. Yeah.
Yeah, W. Maxwell Prince. He's essentially been creating our generation's Twilight Zone in comic books.
Yeah.
He's brilliant and very, very funny and also very frightening. And yeah. I didn't really get this one.
No, never.
That one's actually based on a real short story, and it's based off of a woman who was actually visiting the. I found this out. It's not just because I know this. The Hotel Coronado in San Diego. Are you familiar with that hotel?
That sounds really familiar. Yeah.
The Coronado. It's this famous hotel down there, and she was deemed crazy by her husband at the time, and so she was locked into this room, and so she wrote this short story about the yellow wallpaper, and it was the wallpaper in her room in the Coronado, and it was just her thinking there was somebody alive in the room. So oddly weird that it was thrown into here. It didn't make a whole lot of sense, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty creepy.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it was something that holds particular value to him, but
apparently she escaped the wallpaper. She is in his room right now.
Yeah. And then of course, the Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
There he is.
Cancer, bad weather, mass shootings, privatization, malevolent behavior by those we trusted. There's no avoiding any of it. The Ice Cream Man is just another in a long list of ills doing his best to convince us there's no hope. Is he right?
Yes, he is.
Damn. So good.
Perfect.
I mean, it does track. He does have yellow wallpaper, so
Yep.
maybe, yeah. I love how he's on a time crunch too. There's much time left now,
Yep.
And then she comes out of the walls. I beg of you, if you find this manuscript, if for some reason it hasn't made its way to the postal system, please get it to Hobbard Sweet, associate editor at Holt Books.
It's at Labyrinth Avenue. I love
that.
Oh, nice. If the world is fair and just, and this book is published per the conditions of my contract, then there will be one of these guides in every bedside table of every highway motel across this accursed nation. And this I thought this is kind of cool. How he's composing himself, and as he's saying it, he's saying the hole runs deep and wide. So he's talking about
the void.
The void. Yeah. Copying every airplane chair back. Presidents will be sworn in on this. Sworn in on the yoga instructor. A lot of people in the chat going, "What the fuck is this?"
That's even more shocking. Hey, that's what we do. It's like this is what reading books like this. People, I would have assumed people were well aware of this book because I mean, when Image does their essential firsts, like their $1 reprints, Ice Cream Man is one of them. Ice Cream Man #1 is one of the $1 books they reprint all the time. And wow, so here we go. People are discovering Ice Cream Man.
Yeah. Kyle, I believe you even have a 9.6 of issue #1.
I do. First print, 9.6. First print.
Hell yeah. I see why now. But Raylo, he says, yeah, we're originally from San Angelo. I know exactly where that is. He's offensive line coach now with Howard Payne. Hell yeah, dude, that's fantastic. Yeah, O-line, baby. Okay, then yeah, we were like right next to each other then, because I was also O-line. All right, don't mind me, gentlemen. I'm just gonna make another Howard Payne, just so I can say hi to. I think I know who it is, but I don't want to be too hasty. So thank you, Raylo. I'm gonna say hi to him if I find him on social media. And yeah, so Flaccid, this is basically our generation's Twilight Zone, but in comic book form. It's awesome. It's hilarious and frightening all at the same time. Sworn in on the yoga instructor is a phrase I never thought I'd hear MVP say, yet here we are. Let that freak flag fly, baby.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm a bigger fan of the I creamed man.
Oh, I think Josh liked that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Josh's offset of comic books that he reads as well. Yeah,
And his off Broadway play.
yeah. Off.
Way
Broadway.
off Broadway.
Yeah. So this is where I was like, here we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is where the plot twists. Yeah.
The ever beckoning family.
We've all been there.
Yeah. Well, not me or Drew, but
Nag.
honey. And I also love how the kid is always like, Jakey Jr. needs his food chewed up for him.
He needs his ham tie stuff.
Yeah, because his jaws dislocated something.
Yeah. I was like, what?
It's like, of course, it can't be a normal family.
Right, yeah. Something's fucked up. But monsters, as is their wont, always come home to roost. This will also kind of remind me of the whole Twilight Zone, because he's like, imagine it in your mind's eye, right? It's very Rod Serling, yeah.
Imagine.
Perhaps you already have.
Then this is a callback to issue 1 of that the Brazilian
Wandering Spider.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that both of them were bit. I don't remember if that happened in issue 1, like if the spider can bite multiple people.
The kid had control of the spider. The spider was just going around biting random people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. You, of course, are grief-stricken, your beloved family. Food for arachnids. You had just begun to forgive your spouse for a long list of grievances. Her indiscretions with the yoga instructor. The way she constantly browbeat you. How she coddled your son at every juncture, turning him into not but a soft puddle of fleshy oatmeal. And then suddenly this happens. Yeah. And this is where I was like, okay, now we get a time frame. But in this particular case, was actually 3 weeks ago that they got bit by this spider. When 4 nights following their deaths, your wife and child began urgently calling you for supper. Honey baked ham. Rotting right there in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
You even took a quick look the other day, noting how your son's lower mandible has detached from his upper counterpart. And yet you hear it. They're calling for you. Dark night and dirty bottle. But let me assure you, it's something you will all experience in one way or another. As for when you choose to answer the call, that's entirely up to you. Boom. There you go. I think the flies to me added the grotesqueness, right?
Yeah.
How
long it's been.
Yeah. If you didn't put the flies there, I would have been like, it needed something else.
Mm-hmm.
But you can really tell they've just been there for a while.
And the great thing about this last one, a lot of these, is that for me, in my case, my imagination is getting very carried away by reading those words, visualizing everything happening with the spiders and the family. I'm just like, everything I'm picturing is a lot worse than what's in that image. And I'm glad I don't see that. Because
yeah, there's a part of me that was like, this is cool, this is creepy, right. But there's also another part of me is, like you said, when he's describing this 3 weeks ago, I'm expecting a dumpster fire,
Oh, yeah.
I'm expecting the food to have molded and rotted to the core. You know, I'm expecting flesh to be rotting. You know, bowels to have been released and like 3 weeks. You're donezo. So
the
there,
smell. Like you couldn't even
Yeah.
live in this. No one could live in this house, and yet he's on Oxy writing this stupid manifesto.
Right.
I have to mail this out immediately. It's like, Christ, dude. Like, you
Now
know,
I'm in the crawl space, you know, and you're just like, your family is right here.
yep. Oh,
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, the jaw thing is cool though, that he's literally decaying so much that pieces are just falling off of him now.
yep.
So,
Hmm.
little, what was
Hey,
it?
something you got to look forward to.
Yeah, little Jakey Jr.
Yeah.
This is marriage, guys. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Ah,
So freaking good, man.
Hey, that's what you get for banging the yoga instructor.
That's what happens. That damn yoga instructor every time.
Right.
Chad or Chaz or whoever it is.
Yep.
All right. Do you guys want to roll right into Batman Superman?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we can make this one pretty quick because really the only thing that I was like really excited for or got me like super hype was this right here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Okay.
That was badass.
different metal men loved it.
That
Yeah.
was cool.
That's a toy right there. I want that. Toy.
Yes, 100%. 100%. I will admit this opened much weaker than I expected.
Really? Oh.
At least where was it? This whole part, I was just kind of like, what's he talking about? I didn't understand what he was I solved both problems by framing him in Stag's murder. Ultramorpho killed him, leaving. So I was just like, okay, that's just exposition.
Yeah, explaining his actions for the murder and the cover up and all that. It's like, oh, okay. Now we got the
Right.
motivation. You got it all.
But then this was really when I was like, okay, this is the world's finest we know and love.
Oh, yeah.
At first I thought this was like, oh, is this a callback to maybe like an 80s suit? Or is it like a 70s or 80s suit? And I was like, there's no way. Nothing like this would have been made during that time period.
Not as far as I know. No.
Yeah.
Even Batman, no.
Right? And then you can also see the symbols of each one of the different metals.
Yeah.
So I was just like, this is so freaking rad. I want this as a statue. Yeah.
I guarantee you, Todd probably saw this and was like, you know what? Hey, this might be a cool toy, but I'll work on this place.
He's even got, are those, yeah, those are bat wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah. So, whatever you are, get away from my friend. So rad. Yeah. And this new Ultra, what do they call him?
Ultra Mazo or what?
Ultra Mazo?
Yeah. Ultra.
He is powerful as hell, man.
Yeah.
I did not realize how powerful he was.
Yeah.
But I love that because the last time we saw the Metal Men, it was that horrifying.
They're in pools of their own.
Yeah. The depiction of their faces just like being pooled in the.
Yeah, and screaming, "Help me!"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like kill me.
yeah.
And then so yeah, Robin says, "Wait, not armor? No way. Is that Doc Magnus's pride and joys? You bet."
Yep.
The Molten Metal Men. I love that he's like massive too. You know, he's just
awesome.
10 feet
Cool.
tall. We get some Doom Patrol in this issue.
Yeah. Negative Man.
Negative Man, who actually gets taken out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then our boy Brennan Fraser,
Yeah.
show comes and knocks this
Academy Award winner.
Yosh. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. And so I don't know who's saying this, but she says, "Wow, I could feel that hit in my bones. Cliff, you need an assist? No thanks, I'm just fine. Let's talk about how you two and then nothing. I didn't get that.
What's her face?
Yeah, he's just
The
I'm wondering if it's
her.
giant woman or
Giant
whatever.
girl, giant woman.
Yeah.
Big girl.
Yeah. Giant mommy.
Giant
milk. Yeah. Yeah, Step on Me Mommy. I think that's her official name. Yeah.
Be cruel to me.
I like that one.
But then we get back to the real action, which is what we want to see: Batman in a 10-foot metal suit, because that's freaking awesome. Bats has ugly Morpho. Yeah. I think I know how to seal the deal. Soups, you trust me. And this was cool because they're all kind of working together, not to defeat Ultra Morpho or whatever they call him.
Yep.
They're working to give Superman time.
Yeah.
And that's what I was like, that's pretty freaking rad.
I liked it.
You heard Batman gang attack. So they start to attack him on all different fronts because he can fight them all separately. So they flank him and give them time for crack.
That.
Yeah. Superman with a giant metal face on his on his ass. This was pretty surprising because they actually kind of get defeated here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it doesn't go their way. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's going to go the good guy's way, but then it turns. It's like,
And they're both gone. It's like, oh shit.
It happens real fast too. It's like, oh crap, that was it. Yeah.
Everything goes to shit on this
in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, on this panel on. It's like, snap second decisions and boom, they're gone.
What happens when you're bringing a bunch of D-list superheroes trying to fight something? Well, there's a reason why they're D-list.
It is cool to see them though, even as D-list as they are.
Yeah.
No idea what this was.
Yeah, this I thought was odd.
And the Challengers of the Unknown. These were the Fantastic Four were based off these guys back in the day. These predate Fantastic Four. And I think Kirby worked on Challengers of the Unknown. So like these four guys back in the 60s, they survived this plane crash accident, and they say like, oh, we need to, because of that they decide to challenge the unknown because they survived. It's a very loose premise, but it's like, okay. But they're all scientists and everything, and Challengers of the Unknown.
That's very Kirby.
Yeah.
Yeah, this gun is super Kirby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like all the little rods and cones and things. Just
I like it.
Oh, and what was it? They were in, or their mountain was in Dark Knights of Death Metal, whatever. The Challenger Mountain or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, Drew. There's a suspicious amount of white males on this page.
I see a lot of red hair. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. I see a lot of maleness.
A lot of toxicity that needs to be taken out.
Needs to be eradicated by Feminizer 4000.
Need to bring in a yoga instructor.
Yeah. He's even got a big W here. See,
that's
woman.
Woman.
Yeah. So I like it. The book's already better now. So they're recuperating. They bring him into like the woods or something, I guess.
I love that panel right there.
Yeah.
I love the art. I love the coloring.
The Metalman. Yeah.
Yes.
It does look really cool.
Yeah.
I think what does it is probably, I think you're right. It's probably the coloring more so and the shading.
Yeah.
Because it looks like, it looks metal, but
yes.
Yeah. There's a bit of a glisten or a shine from the fire, right?
Yep.
But most of the rest of his torso and shoulders are kind of in shadow.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, the eyes are really cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Moore has been crushing, and like I said, whoever's coloring these books are just it's.
I think the color. Oh, it's Timur Bondvillain. Bondvillain is
the Bond villain.
The Bond villain.
Yeah, the Bond.
Odd Job.
Tamara Bond villain. She's the one doing the colors.
Because I mean, look at the purples, the yellows are what get me, man. Whoever whatever yellow they're choosing to do in all these, the greens and the blues are just really like deep, rich tones, especially on the bat suit.
Make sure it's Tamara Bond.
Like this is really rad. Let's see. Where do we leave off?
Yeah, Tamara Bond villain. Yeah, she's
oh, cool. Color. So then we kind of got this back and forth between Robin and that's right. He starts to call in all the different teams, and none of them are answering because they're all like busy on other missions or whatnot.
Yeah, we get the Teen Titans.
Yeah, all the AIs getting all fucked up all over the world.
Yeah.
The AI is what you said?
Yeah. All the robots, all the AI everywhere throughout the world. It's all these robots are showing up. Everyone's going crazy. The AIs in computers. It's like,
yeah.
And then we get this little twist, another twist here with one of the scientists.
Yeah.
We got Toyman. Who else we got here?
Got the creator of
Magnus, Dr. Cyber. Yeah, and they're all kind of control.
There's Ivo right there.
And they're not controlled by these little collars, but they are enforced by the collars.
Yep.
And they start asking questions, which is not any good.
No.
Because dudes start going down. Before we continue, let me get this super chat real quick from Frank Zanka. What's up, dude? For $4.99. Thank you for the super. He says, took me a couple of minutes to realize it was the Metal Men. I thought it was Azrael costume with a reference to the multicolor Metamorpho. Happy Friday. The Azrael kind of figure, right, is totally what I was thinking as well. It definitely has that look with almost like Zerinaw colors, though. Because Zerinaw has that like red and blue kind of.
The purple.
Red, purple.
Yeah, and purple. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can see it, Frank, for sure. But thank you for the super, brother. I appreciate that. I'm going to contact you about this Sunday and see if you want to hang out with us this Sunday, maybe. So we'll be in touch. Thank you, Grant Gregory. Appreciate it, brother. Clinton says, "Hail all, I'm back and forth checking on the stove, but wanted to say hi." Well, hello. And yeah, keep your eye on that stove. We don't want you to burn anything. So
watch pot never boils.
A what?
A watch pot never boils.
Unless you want it to, right?
Then don't watch it.
Then I guess that's a good point. Life lessons with Kyle.
You're welcome.
We need a clip that says "The more you know."
Yeah, with like a xylophone playing as well.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, there's a lot of back and forth between Batman and Superman and some of the captives that are here.
And Ivo and Will Magnus.
Yeah, Ivo and Magnus. That's right. Batman says, "What's going on here? Like you, Ivo's a robotics genius. What did he invent that has him so terrified?" And he says, "I don't want to help him. I swear, Ivo made me do it. He tortured me, demanded the secret of my metalmen, the cyber brain responsometers that give them life. Keep your voice down. You're our creation, our jailer. He doesn't like it when we talk. He'll hurt us."
Uh-oh.
And then they all get zapped, and this is pretty rad. New Mazo. Yeah. I am Mazo 2.0. The end of the human race. That's pretty cool. That's pretty threatening. It's what?
It's Ultron.
I thought you said it's Kamala Khan. I was like, well, no, we talked about her earlier. Yeah. She's an end to the comic book race.
Yes.
But yeah. I'm even looking at some of the backgrounds here, and Dan Mora is like these little like cybernetic arm thingies, cranes and stuff. Like, yeah, they look like they're in an actual warehouse, not just some
That's not a white background.
Not just a plain white background that fades into maybe a little bit of blue hue.
And then to a classified page where we have to give exposition typed on a typewriter about what everything is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of comic I want to read.
Yeah.
See, even look in the background here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. I don't want the Titans. Even back here, there's graffiti on the freaking building.
Yeah, and the colors you bring up again. Look at those colors. The colors on all the buildings.
Hell yeah, man.
It's awesome.
This one has more of like a reddish burgundy. This is more of like a blue, silver.
Greens, oranges.
Green, orange. Yeah, man. Crushing it.
Monarch Theaters right there.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Supergirl, what am I? Customer service. Anytime I see Supergirl now, I can't forget about the issue that they went on the date now.
Yeah. It's great. I forget who it was. Someone said they didn't like it. They didn't like it for that. Like, I enjoyed that issue. It was what made it great was the fact that it was one of those pause. It's like a pause issue, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The X-Men always had their softball issue in between events.
Yeah.
That issue was one of those. Like, it was in between, you know, cataclysmic events going on with villains. You get this little date night timeout. It's like, you know, it's just that one issue, and it was great.
And it was very heavily character driven, which I like, you know. Like, the reason why these books have been so great is because of the characters. And you know, the plots or the stories are a lot of fun too, and the plot, you know, drives it, but it's the characters that keep me coming back to World's Finest. Yeah, so I didn't mind that issue all that much from what I remember. I think
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Hey, it's much better than the issue with Robin, Tim Drake Robin, and what's his name going out to dinner, setting the place on fire, and then walking out.
Oh, Bernard?
Jesus. Yeah, Bernard, yeah.
Hmm?
Gosh dang.
That was real, though. I felt that one. Right there. Right.
You finally were able to see yourself, right, Kyle?
It's about time.
It's about damn time. So as Robin is contacting Supergirl, she's kind of in conflict right here.
I'll never forget Kimmo from Infinite Crisis when he's hanging below, he's strapped below a plane in Infinite Crisis, and he's dropped onto Bloodhaven, and it just like he's like a huge chemical bomb that just explodes over Bloodhaven. Yeah, it's great.
That sounds rad. I need to go back and reread that.
Me too.
It's good.
And as Robin is driving the old Batmobile, it runs itself right into a brick wall. Apparently.
Just like Batman Returns.
Or Batman Forever.
That too.
Mm-hmm. Rise of the robot overlords. So yeah, like you guys were saying, we're seeing AI all over the place, just taking form and just crushing people. Whether it's the Teen Titans, whether it's Supergirl. Yeah. So.
What are we gonna do?
Oh, guys, look at how stunning and brave City Boy.
Oh yeah, he's the new hero.
City Boy.
Yeah. It's Shitty Boy. Welcome to Shitty.
Yeah.
Shitty Wog.
Yeah.
Shitty chicken and shitty beef.
In the Shitty Pot Town.
Shitty Pot Town.
Yeah. Shitty Pot Town. Explore the universe like you've never seen before. No, we've seen it before. It looks like New York.
Yeah, it's congratulations. You have an Asian Jack Hawksmoor now.
Yeah.
Kudos. Good job.
Hey, but he's doing his due diligence, guys. He's wearing a mask.
He's doing his part. You know, good for you.
Doing his part. Yeah.
City Boy.
Good for you.
Thank you, City Boy. You saved us all.
That is the stupidest name.
And he's dressed like a dickhead.
Is this the official outfit? Like, he's got to have an actual costume, right?
No, I think this is it.
Oof.
And this is clearly this artist and creator did not listen to Rob Liefeld talk about when he was creating the female Dove in Kestrel on his Hawk and Dove run. So when Rob Liefeld worked on the Hawk and Dove run with the Kessels, they wanted to introduce the villain Kestrel, like he was just going to wear a trench coat. That's what he's going to have. And Rob's like, no, he's not going to be wearing a trench coat. It's a visual medium. He's going to be looking like a bigger, meaner version, darker version of Hawk. Yeah. And when they wanted to introduce the female Dove, they're like, yeah, she's going to wear a skull cap. You're not going to be able to see her hair. He's like, no, you want to show her hair, have her hair free flowing and everything. And they just didn't. Clearly, these creators are not visual creators. They did not realize this is a visual medium and this is visually turning me off. Why? This is not working.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like they need someone, like you said, that is kind of over their shoulder going, have you thought about this? Or have you tried doing this? So there's no one that's kind of mentoring these people. And the people that are doing a lot of these drawings think that this is what kids want to see, I guess. I don't know, man. This is boring as fuck.
It used to be scrapped.
There's going to be a reason why it's going to be canceled pretty damn quickly. We're never going to see them again, like Wonder Girl or anyone else. Yep.
JK, hi all, can't stay but wanted to support the channel. Dude, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Hopefully you can watch the replay. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button and share this out on Twitter if you guys want to. But yeah. And then Dr. Rachel says, shitty boy, the fuck? Yeah.
Shitty boy.
That's what everyone's saying. Yep.
That's kind of my reaction. I legitimately have heard no interest for this book. Like, no one is like, you guys ready for City Boy? It's like,
ready for City Boy? Ready for
City Boy?
Vigil? It's like, I don't. Who gives a shit about this game or this character? I mean, I read The Vigil like a month ago. It's terrible. I read City Boy. It's terrible. There's nothing unique, special, clever about these. This is a redundant character from Jack Hawksmoor.
You can talk to the city.
That's fucking Jack Hawksmoor.
Is that his superpower, that he can talk to the city?
Yeah, but he can tell that the city is hurt by all of the
nasty
things going on with the
nasty humans.
Yeah,
all the capitalists,
all the trash.
Yeah,
tall buildings.
He's City Boy.
Yeah. We Are Legends. Dawn of DC expands with all new series starring legendary Asian heroes.
Because DC's never had those. Yeah.
Because I never have. It's about damn time, Kyle.
Yes.
By the way, I'm not forgetting you, Drew. I just whenever you say Kyle, it's like you have to end it on Kyle, right? We always have to tell. It's kind of like in Ice Cream Man when he's like, and that, you'll always be a piece of shit, Mark. Like it always ends with like some name,
Isn't that right, Kyle? Isn't that
fucking
Kyle?
goddamn hilarious? Kyle. And this is hilarious as well. Flaccid Phoenix for 10 months. Dude, 10 months. That is badass. Thank you, sir. He says, this guy looks like a Fortnite skin. You are not wrong. You are not wrong.
Probably will be. Well, it'll never be that popular, but they want to be.
Flaccid says, City Boy. You have to say it like the Chinese restaurant owner from South Park. Shitty boy.
Yeah.
Oh, the shitty boy. He probably goes around spiking everyone's drinks with the jab goop and calls himself a savior. I hope this doesn't get me taken off, but farmers are doing that to their food now.
Wait, what? Huh?
They're injecting their food. Farmers that are selling this to supermarkets. Yeah. So they think they're God's gift to humanity, that they are the savior, that they are saving people by doing it. So
they're doing the Lord's work. Good for them.
Doing the Lord's work, killing people every day.
Fluoride in our water. What's the difference? It's one more thing.
Turn the freaking frogs gay.
Yeah.
I've got her retarded. But yeah. I have a feeling this is going to be a book of the city that talks to him and they say, you have to understand our pain. We are overpopulated. We are polluted. We have shit in the streets, and like we have crime that's rampant. And the city's just telling him all these bad things about it, and so he has to go solve all these, solve all these crimes essentially.
There are ways to get rid of humans.
Or they're good things. The city just needs to let them steal everything and break the law because that's what the city wants.
Yeah.
Batman, you're wrong. Where the fuck this takes place? I don't know, is this Gotham City? I have no clue.
Yeah.
Or Metropolis, he's going to tell Superman he's wrong. Just let the people steal. You don't understand. Metropolis is hurting.
Stealing is a right.
Yeah. Or I guess Gotham City because you have Batman there or Superman. Oh,
it looks like you have both because on the graffiti it has Superman and then over here it says our savior.
Yeah.
And then over here it says Bat and then hero.
Not a Shiro. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, that's a good start. You know.
Yeah, it's written by Greg Pak, and he's been
something.
Yeah, man. It's like, what the hell happened to him? Jeez, I mean, the Planet Hulk guy from the guy from 10 years ago, he is gone. That writer is gone.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man, because I love his stuff, but
yeah,
I haven't.
The Planet Hulk World Breaker.
Oh, God.
How cool that was!
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, he's the one who introduced us to the thing Amadeus Bro Hulk as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Go Hulk. Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. For someone who lives not far away from LA, one of the filthiest, nastiest pieces of shit cities in America right now, it looks like a third world country. I will probably read this book just so I can see what their take is on it. You know,
if the PDF's available, I'll send it to you.
Oh yeah, please do. I mean, thankfully we have saviors like whoever this guy is who's putting these books up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm very interested to see their take on like, because these writers have to be living in big cities, right? They have to understand.
I guarantee you, all of these writers, including Greg Pak, are living in misery, living in squalor in these shitty apartments stacked on top of one another, probably renting apartments, and just never get out in the real world, live on Twitter, and they're just letting out all their misery.
Seattle or Portland or wherever.
Yep. Seattle, Portland, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I am very thankful that next week, I think it's next week. Oh, balls. It's not. It's the week after. I was hoping that we were going to get Venom Lethal Protector.
Venom.
Now we got Vanish next week.
Oh, that cover was amazing.
That cover. So badass.
I've never been more excited for a cover in my life.
Do you guys mean what was the Comics Theater that you guys performed that week?
Listen to you.
Oh, listen to you.
Listen to you.
Listen to you.
By far, my favorite theater performance I've received. It was a good send off.
So. And you read that issue, that's what happens.
Literally
him arguing with his wife. No, I'm more of a victim than you are. You have no idea how hard I had it. Hey, I had it hard too. Oh, yeah, right. Listen,
it was because of me that you became the Harry Potter of this world.
Oh.
I actually was the one that steered the bullet over. So you're kind of welcome that I'm the hero.
Now, here's the question, because in Vanish 5, it was very much Donnie putting his mental psychoses onto the page, right?
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think probably issue 6 was very similar because from what my understanding is, and I'm not trying to judge him or say anything bad about him. I love Donnie. I like his writing.
Yeah.
But it seems that his relationship with his wife might also be that way. I'm not going to try and get into his mind
she's not on the convention circuits anymore. Well, it's now ex-wife.
That's true.
Yeah.
And there you go. I'm wondering if that conversation was had between them as far as like, I made you, right? I made you the comic creator that you are today.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a conversation that was had. I don't know.
Could be.
It's sad if that is, but so you guys say you're digging this cover?
Oh, it's fucking awesome. Look at that.
Yeah, that one and the Venom cover for the Leaf Protector.
Yeah.
2. Yeah, those 2 covers I'm really digging.
This bad boy?
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
Look at that. I mean, we haven't gotten that's so fucking badass.
Yeah. And I like that it's the grin, you know, it's not the tongue. It's the old classic grin.
Yeah. Actually, what's the artist's name again? I'm gonna look him up on Instagram. I'm gonna try to reach out to this guy. You're like
Farid Karami. Dude, whoever you are, you're a freaking god.
Yeah.
God amongst men. Does he also do the cover?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Paulo Siqueira.
I thought he did the covers too.
I don't think so. Yeah, no, because if we look at this cover is totally different than the interiors. He draws this is a gorgeous cover, but Farid Karami draws Silver Sable like thick. Like she's very 90s lean, you know?
Yep.
Farid Karami draws her like 2023 thick. So yeah. Thankfully, you're right. I'm so thankful that finally someone is drawing women again. And honestly, what's his name? Where was he? He was literally Paulo Siqueira. His covers are better than the variant covers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the cover A's are better than whatever. I mean, who is this?
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
But like, I'd prefer this 9 times out of 10.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah, this is where it's at.
Yeah, that's fucking badass.
Yeah. Super cool. And yeah, even comparatively, like issue 1, this is a cool cover.
Yeah.
But these last ones have been fantastic. This one looks pretty rad too with Doctor Doom, issue 4.
Yeah, because that's the next issue, I think. Yeah, because it ends with Doctor Doom and Vulture. Yeah.
So this is issue 4. This comes out in June.
Okay.
And then this is 5.
So it looks like the next few issues we're getting a bunch of Doctor Doom. Nice.
Hell yeah, good. Yeah. Noise. This is still by far my favorite though.
Oh, absolutely. And you got the old school Marvel Comics box.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. David Michelini is writing this, and he's crushing it right now.
Yeah.
He's doing such a good job.
Bringing Venom back down to Earth where he needs to be.
Yes.
Yeah. 94, that should be higher. What are some of the... Why did people not like it? I don't see... Oh, well,
it's too toxic.
Yeah, right. There is not any star review lower than 3, and this is in a different language, so I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
He or she is saying. So.
Of course.
That is not a racial thing. just wanna, you know, you never know. This one got a 97. That's more like it. That's where that should be.
Right.
I didn't even rate this. I think it was a 4. Let's see. Did anyone really hate it? No. All 4 stars. 3.5, 4, 4, 4.
All right.
Yeah. Damn, Silver Sable is one of a kind. I would like to see a new Silver Sable series.
By this creative team, yes. Anyone else?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, for sure. Definitely not anyone from current Marvel other than Michelini. Who would you guys, if there's a character that you could have a solo series right now from Marvel, what character would you want them to do? If it was like this kind of creative team with Michelini and Karami.
I would say either Iron Man or Hulk.
Ooh,
an Iron Man.
I would have David Michelini and this artist do Iron Man. And I want Peter David to keep doing his thing with the Hulk. Keep doing it with the Hulk, man. I don't know. I've never been a big Hulk guy, but
it's been a while since we've had a good Iron Man series.
A long time. It's been a long time.
Just take it back to front. Take it back old school. It like make it look Art Deco, but not quite like it's kind of out of time. But like just make him a fucking just an alcoholic womanizer, badass Iron Man. Like that's what Tony Stark would need.
No, just give him his balls back.
Yeah,
his balls are gone. Jerry Duggan has not helped at all. Jerry Duggan took him. Christopher Cant-Wrightwell took them.
Yep.
Dan Slott took him. Eve Ewing took him. Brian Michael Bendis sure as hell took him. Yeah, he used him as dice.
Yeah.
Nick Spencer took him. Yeah, his Tom Taylor took him. Yeah, they've been gone for a very, very, very long time.
Hey, what's up, Chewy? Good to see you, brother. We'll end on this just because I need a full cleanse, and we can just look at the art. Especially after, I mean, granted, we could look at Gunslinger issue 19, but yeah, this was something else. She looks great. A little bit of, the jacket is unzipped.
Yeah, as it should be.
As it should be. You gotta breathe when you're fighting, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a hot day.
Yeah, we got Eddie with the bushy eyebrows.
Yep, bushy black eyebrows.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense whatsoever.
No,
He's stuck with it. What Todd gave him, I love it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, yeah. The like thick meathead look,
Yeah,
love it.
And almost every other shot in this is just ass.
Yeah.
Even Venom's ass. This whole issue is just a bunch of cake. Yeah, she looks good, man.
Look at that. I love it.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. Even her facial expression is like very sensual. She's kind of got this like, it's not arrogance and snarkiness. It's confidence and kind of like.
What was that? You said right there, it's confidence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like almost like a femme fatale, just like, I can't read you all the way sort of thing. I love it.
Right. And they're even, because they're like, kind of talking about this offer of what it would look like for him to work with her. And he's like, why do you want me? I'm the bad guy, right? And she says, as a businesswoman, I look for any advantage I can gain over my opposition. I'm hoping you'll justify such an investment. So she's not like, I don't really fucking need you. You're just another pawn in my blah, blah. She's like, listen, I'm a businesswoman, and in order for me to meet my goals and kill these guys, you're the best thing to do that. That's why you're hired, right? She's not trying to be snarky or sarcastic. I don't get this whole Pablo thing, but whatever. See, look at all that cake going on.
Yeah.
Even Nick Fury.
Even Nick Fury's got cake.
Oh yeah.
I like the flow he's got going on too.
Yeah.
Little bit. You got the grays on the temples and the flow. Where's another good shot? Yep, Venom's got that cake, dude.
Hell yeah.
She kicks someone in the. Oh, this one. Oh my god. You're just shot. Like money shot. Like, this is comic books. Venom is about to punch the shit out of something. He's swinging down from his web shooters, and she does the superhero pose.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that's a great shot. Also, the cool perspective. How like her foot is all the way, like towards us.
Yeah.
And then this page was just like, come on. Oh, I messed it up. Yeah.
Yes.
Long flowing hair. It's not shaved on one side and cut halfway.
As it should be. That's fine.
As it should
Not half head shaved, blue hair.
Yeah.
Totally androgynous. You don't know what
Yeah,
it's supposed
exactly.
to be.
Yeah. If it were a current Marvel comic or a Marvel film, it should have been a stick.
Yep.
An absolute stick, looking like Ray Palpatine, You have no clue. It's like, are you a guy? Are you a chick? I have no clue.
Don't know.
Right?
No, she's a woman. She's a confident woman.
A woman, yeah. A true and proper woman. KO, what's up, dude? What time will this start each Friday? So I normally go, it's like anywhere between 4 and 4:10, depending on whose channel it's on, or like if we're getting ready or whatever. So today was 4:10, but normally we go 4:10 every Friday, and we bounce back and forth.
And that's specific time, not oh wait, Pacific.
Oh yes, sorry, excuse me. Specifically on the Pacific Coast.
Correct.
Eastern, it's 8 for you guys, right? No, sorry, 7.
7.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, KO, if it would help, we can maybe try and post it on our YouTube community tab or Twitter, if that helps you guys a little bit more. She's got that Gina Carano vibe going on. Yes, absolutely, dude. She does have a very similar physique in
She
this.
really does,
Yeah.
Yeah.
KO says, "Let them eat cake." Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's get all the peaches in here.
Yeah.
Lots of shrimps. Hey, Kara. Good to see you, Kara. Thanks for being here as well. Kara, isn't this how you want to be represented, right? Like, this is how you want the ladies to be properly represented, like how they feel seen, if you want to call it that. But like, I have no problem with her being a badass. And I think and that's the thing, right? We've seen her skill, we've seen her prowess in battle. We also see that she's very confident when she speaks to someone like Venom, who's a 6'5",
at least
6'6", yeah, just monstrous being. And she talks to him like a confident, strong female character who's got some cake, and I respect it. Not only do I respect it, but I love it. So, Kara says, yes, we appreciate them thick physiques. Ooh, Rachel, you put that third C in there. That's what I.
It's so thick.
The ladies look badass and feminine. There you go.
And hey, we're as a writer for Naughty and Nice coming up. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of thickness from Naughty and Nice, just how they look.
Ooh, yeah.
And a lot of projects I'm doing.
Drew, if you could maybe put the link. I don't know if you have the link ready. If you could put that in the private chat. I forgot to get that ready before the stream. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, good.
Even the villains got cake. Jeez.
Even he makes Vulture. He makes Vulture look like a badass. He's an 80-year-old octogenarian, and he makes him look like a badass.
Like, I believe it.
Well, Vulture, Vulture's. Even he has some musculature. Even as like pathetic and scrawny as he is, he still looks like somewhat evil and intimidating.
Yeah, it looks like a legitimate threat.
Yeah. But whoever this evil cyborg dreadlock lady is, even she was like, oh, damn. Like, she's going to fuck someone up. So this, flying out of the freaking sky, gotta land. And then Doom gets here. And there's that cover, man. Issue 3. Can't wait.
I love the callback to like the Steranko Nick Fury visuals in the back behind him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is pretty cool. Kara says the keyword is "and." Yeah, because I think if you have like just badass, then it's the boss bitch, right?
Yeah.
But if it's just feminine, I think I'd probably prefer feminine to badass. But if you are going to do just feminine, they lack that purpose, like if they're just, I don't know, if they're just thrown in the book to just be like, whatever. It's like
next we're going to issue trying to copy and paste it over to the private chat. So I just texted it to you, and
okay.
I can.
Raylo says, women are sexy. I'm constantly checking my wife out. She knows it. She likes it. No more hot phobia in comics. Amen to that. No more hot phobia. Women are sexy, women are feminine, women are strong, women can be all of these things. They are not mutually exclusive. There you go, Rachel. Yeah, I love this discussion, and I think you guys are all very correct.
And I just sent it to you in the Facebook Messenger as well.
Okay, maybe I'll bring it up on Meow. There we go. Let me put this in real quick, and then we'll throw her up on the screen, and we'll call it a night.
Cool.
So yeah, if you want to go ahead and, speaking of feminine ladies, Drew, do you want to go ahead and kind of give us an overview, what we're looking at, what the story is, what the title is, what your role on the book was?
Yeah, so this is the series is called Power Hour. The title is called Power Hour. This is issue number 2. I was not on board for issue number 1. Effectively, it is a young girl in college. She discovers a magical book, an old book that she's able to concoct a potion, if you will, and turns it into like a little chewable. And she has one power for 1 hour, and she just says it out loud. And she has that power for 1 hour, and that's it. All the while in the background, there are sinister forces. There's another person hunting her down and trying to find this book as well. Issue 1 was very, very much white bread, safe, plain, nothing special really there, but a lot of sexy covers. So Sean, this is written last year, mind you. So Sean asked me to come on board and help him write issue number 2. He had the story, and I had to sit him down. Sean, sit your ass down. I want you to tell me what you want to be in this comic. So he told me how he wanted to happen. So I wrote the whole issue, and he liked it. And we gave it much needed humor, some action scenes, a lot of levity. Just there's a lot more energy in this book that the issue 1 was lacking. And this book is much more great. Yes, we do have a lot of beautiful covers. Not gonna lie, we do, we do. And people can easily think it's just a titty cover book with nothing on the inside. But no, I wrote this. There is something very special going on in this book now in issue 2. When you read it, it's going to stand out. And I sent you some of the preview pages, Max, so you can see that we're telling the story here. And we're telling a very great story here. It's going to be a very fun story. And I hope you guys do read it. I hope you guys do read the preview pages that are available. You can get the Power Hour 2 previews available now in a lot of forums. If you want to pick it up. It's going to be a very fun series, and I think you guys will enjoy it. If you like my work on Born with Blood, you will enjoy this.
Nice. Well, I just threw that in the chat. So for y'all who want to go support this Kickstarter and go support our friend Drew and the guys over at Comics Elite, go ahead and pop that or click on that link, pop on over, and check out what they got going on with this campaign.
So the cool thing is this is the fastest, highest grossing campaign Merc and Black Ops has ever had. Like fastest ever. We just hit $76,000.
Holy shit, man! Congrats.
$50,000.
That is awesome.
In like 5 hours, and we're probably gonna. Who knows how far this one's gonna go?
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's blown all of us away. And we have Ali Garza did the interior art. Can you believe that? I've written a comic now where I have Marat Michaels and Ali Garza on both interior arts. I can die a happy man.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, and we got Shikari, of course, the big guy right now, Shikari. He's got a lot of the covers now, which are only available until Sunday. But a lot of other great ones. My personal favorite is the Ash Maddie, the Crow homage he did.
Ooh, yeah. It's right here.
Yep.
I gotta say, man, I'm, of course, we got to give it up to our man Shikari, who's exclusive with you guys, who've given you guys so many great covers.
He is official. He is with Comics Elite solely now. Yeah.
I'm digging Dravicus.
Yeah, Dravicus. Absolutely.
Dravicus did some stuff for Miss Meow that I was like, chef's kiss. And Piper Rodich is great as well.
Yeah, and we got Elias Chatzudis on doing the what's Magic. in the Magic cover.
Yeah. This is really. I love the intricacy in the pose. That looks
Yes.
really cool. But yeah, man, these look great. So, and what's better than getting a titty cover, but also a good story? Because
Absolutely.
it's very difficult to find both, and I will say that.
Yeah, it really is. And like you said, if you show the interior pages again, Ali Garza did the art, but like in this issue, we're getting so much more that we didn't get in issue 1. We introduced her. She tells her friend everything about this, what happened, because the very first page of issue 2 summarizes everything that happened in issue 1, so you don't have to suffer through reading issue 1 again, unless you want to. But yeah, we see like how she's able to do certain things her friend can't, and of course she has her super strength power pellet. She encounters a bear, and it goes a certain way. I'm not gonna say what happens, but
okay.
Yeah.
We get a little bit of Leonardo DiCaprio action with the bear.
Yep.
From Revenant. Yeah, dude, this is great. Thank you for sharing this with me. Like I said, I'm sorry I didn't have it at the beginning of the show. I should have. I always forget to plug stuff at the beginning of the show.
You're welcome. It's fine. Thanks for showing it. Yeah, we literally just hit 76,000. So
dude, congrats. Yeah, exactly.
we were $10 away. Someone back $10.
Hell yeah.
We launched it Wednesday, and we're already at 76,000. We got 2 weeks ago.
Badass. We love to see our female heroes as sexy, powerful, feminine, and thick for the same reasons you guys like to see male heroes as masculine, badasses, and ripped. And Jay, I would also argue that it goes the other way around too, because like guys like to see female heroes as sexy, powerful, and feminine and thick.
Yeah, I've written them.
And yeah, and women want to see guys who are jacked and heroic and badass and masculine. Like they don't want to see little wimpy men running around superhero comics. So I think men want to see masculine men, and women want to see that. I feel like that's the rule. You know, there are exceptions. There are always exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, yeah. Is this the comedy book you talked about writing last week, Drew?
No, there's something else I'm writing that's going to be kind of comedy centered, but there's some comedic elements in this. This was I wrote this last year, April last year. I wrote this. I was still in the middle of writing Born of Blood. I was like in the middle of writing Born of Blood 4 at that point, but this was my first foray into injecting some comedy into a comic, and I really do hope it works. But if it doesn't, I'm staying away from it. We'll see what happens. But a saying I live by is dying is easy, comedy is hard, and it's very true. And it was not easy writing this, but it's not a comedy series, but there are comedic elements, but there are going to be some serious elements. And when we get to issue 3, it's going to take a very dark twist. But I think I do like that juxtaposing the comedy to the horror after that. You got to have both, I believe.
Comedy is very hard to nail down, but I think that the switch from comedy to drama or comedy to action tends to be easier. I mean, because and the perfect example, at least that I've seen, is Todd Phillips, because he went from strictly all comedy to Joker, which is my favorite DC film, like just ever. Well, owned by DC. Like if we're talking about like old Superman, Christopher Reeve stuff, then yeah. But if we're talking modern DC, Joker easily beats out anything that's come out. So, and it was gut wrenching, heartbreaking, and yeah, very, very interesting. And that was someone who wrote The Hangover. So just wild. Well, we are pretty much at the 3-hour mark, so I figure we can probably call it a night. But chat, thank you guys so much for being here. Do you guys have anything before we dip out?
No, I'm good, Kyle. I'm good. We're good.
Cool. Good. I always find myself whenever I go on streams. I think I was interviewed on Mark the Cyborg. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's X-Ray Girl's husband. Okay. And so I was interviewed on his channel, and I always find myself whenever I get onto a new channel or whenever I get onto a panel, I go, "Hey, how's it going?" And they're like, "Good, how's it going?" And then sometimes I might go, Good. How's it going? You know, it's like, okay, well, on to the next thing. We just said that. So, yeah, no, always a fun night with you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Two good books this week.
Yeah.
Ice Cream Man and World's Finest, I think were the dopest.
Dopest dope. Yeah.
Dopest of the dope. I don't think we really read any skippets, like true skippets to where like
we did.
We did. I did. You know,
Oh.
Titans #1 would have been a skippet.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, Annual, Fantastic Four.
Yes, those three would have been skippets.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thank you for your guys' insight on that. I wonder if next time, whether it's my channel or y'all's channel, maybe like those first 15 minutes, we can go over Skip-Its Mez and top 10, just like super briefly, just to go, what did we read? What did we hate? What did we love? And then we can deep dive.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Just for guys who want to, you know, who missed the Monday show, me. But I'm sure I speak for a lot of guys, but well, that is it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Let me find our outro here. But yeah, thank you as always for coming by and watching us go through some of these comics. I always love having everyone engaged in the chat, talking about beautiful, thick ladies and action hero masculine men. Always a great time. But we'll see you guys next week on the Comics Elite channel. So don't come over here. Go over there next week, and we'll be talking about more books. And after that, ASM 26, baby. I think it's 26, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys there for that. Have a great week, guys. Take care.